So, what do we do now?
I remember what he's looking for. He's still trying to find the Ruzavan.
He needs the Necronomicon. He's trying to use the Stella to awaken Zamindor.
Don't say that name.
Why is it prohibited? It is the foundation of all of our research.
Not to pivot from whatever he's trying to do. But you all hear that voice too, right?
Wake up.
Save me.
May I imagine that you had been enjoying the near 2-week voyage to Kathir just as much as everybody else had. A reprieve. Even though you'd spent, literally more than a month on a much smaller, less comfortable boat, the situation here is different. The air is very much not the same. The Sullen Starling and your nightly adventures into the Dreamlands were harrowing. But this is a nice passenger ship. We're hanging out. It's comfortable. Your accommodations are very well stocked. The mood on the ship is different, and you're not casting an insane ritual to try to kill yourself every single night. It's actually relaxing. The night before you were scheduled to arrive in the port of Kathir, you went to sleep, unlike any other night. And I personally don't really know a lot about how gnomes and their connection to the first world and dreaming, all that works. You have normal dreams still, right? When you're not in some asylum split between worlds, when you're not being forced to have these horrible visions from outside sources, you just have regular dreams, right?
As far as I'm aware. Unless there's lore that I'm not aware of. But I would also imagine that if you're always under so much duress, and particularly even while asleep, that the opportunities that you do sleep, you'd be sleeping like a rock. Like the kind of where you just don't remember anything.
So then, similarly, I would imagine occasionally you would just have normal nightmares. Regular unsettling evenings where things just didn't really go your way.
Everybody else went on vacation, AJ.
Hey, okay, let me apologize.
No!
To the birthday girls of June, happy birthday, besties. A hero point for Brandon Sully from Nebula 315.
Thank you, Nebula!
Happy birthday.
So we all got hero points.
The whole table got hero points. 3 from the high train before the show, and you 2 just now. Everyone +1.
Okay, Nebula,
I'm doing it anyway.
I didn't ask how big the room is.
I've had that one before.
Point for me.
Very applicable. Very applicable to the robot who explodes.
Those are really good for us.
She explodes?
Sorry.
I'm in danger.
You're sitting in the middle.
On a night like any other, Edelmay, you climbed into your very soft, comfortable, downy bed, and you went to sleep in your cabin aboard this passenger ship. You didn't have any dreams that night. You were simply in your bed, warm and comfortable, your eyes closed, and then they awoke. Your eyes opened. The scene that you saw before you didn't feel like a dream. That morning grogginess that I think Edelmay is somewhat known for was whisked away in an instant by a sight that you could barely even rationalize. It takes you a moment to realize even that you're looking straight up, laying on your back, staring at a ceiling of a grayish white material. The edges of your vision crowded by strange slabs of black glass, displaying odd symbols and lights. None of it makes any sense. You don't recognize any of the runes, any of the icons, any of the imagery across these, but they blink, slide, and beep, seemingly at random. Try to turn your head to focus more on one of them and realize you can't move. Not even your eyes. And then you notice, past this immediate attention-getting blinking near to your head, you are not alone. There are two creatures looming over you. You've seen beings like them before, once, back in Thrushmore. Strange, pinkish, barrel-shaped bodies, their heads ending in a pentagonal splay of eye stalks. Each of the two of these appears to be wearing necklaces of silver pentagonal metal icons strung around them, all engraved with something, but you can't even move your eyes down to get a better look. Two of them move back and forth, their little stalks looking at each other, around your body, and at these strange slabs of glass that surround you wherever you are. And then you hear a rumble, and a static hiss, and a voice emanate through the room. It doesn't sound like a voice, it just sounds like a hum, but your brain translates it like it's a voice. Chronal lock established. Subject stabilized. Two heads both move to look at one pane of glass, and then one of them recedes, and you hear a clattering of metal nearby, like tools on a tray. Highlighting prominent sources of infection. Several beams of pinkish light look like they exude out from your body. You can barely see them at the bottom of your vision. Accessing temporal timeline. Ideal incision sites located. Proceed. You see the second of these strange alien creatures come back into view. Small little tentacles just below its neckline, gripping little scalpels and prongs. As it bends down out of sight, and you feel a sharp pain across your side, and at that, you jolt. This fire shoots through your spine. An absolute agony just ripping through your very nerves. The second one, when you can still see, looks over at this little black glass thing, and a little red indicator starts blinking. He turns back, and you see the second one pick up, and turn around, and you hear some clicking, clacking, almost like a typewriter, and some sliding metal sounds. Temporal lock stabilized. Just look back and hear. Subject consciousness normal. Subject currently unaware. Temporal lock still stabilized. Looks back to the second one. Second one looks over. And they move back together. You feel a second little sharp pain. You can't even close your eyes. You can't even look. You can't do anything. You just feel it. And everything immediately goes completely blank. You're just sitting in a void. The feeling of this slab underneath you, the pain of these incisions, the lights blinking around you, all suddenly gone, just like you're floating, seeing nothing. And then, looming up above you, three massive faces, looking down from above. Faces you recognize. MD. Marius. Prototype, even. The three of them all together, barely visible in this black void looming over you. And MD, you feel Adelme start to stir.
They're out of the hoose.
I strike as normal. Nothing weird is happening over here on this side. Strike the match of the light that I had and go whoosh into light. It's one tiny
One
little
match.
stick.
You have one tinder twig.
Tiny little twig tinder that I would have in an explorer's pack. Just shrink. And it goes.
This is the tiny flickering light that you see as you awaken, just barely illuminating the faces of 3 of your friends, huddled together, kind of weirdly closely, looming over you. You feel almost weightless again in MD's little papoose.
Did I go out again?
About 6-ish hours, maybe, give or take a couple. I wasn't really keeping track.
Okay.
She missed a lot.
She missed a lot.
You hear Reginald's voice come from seemingly nowhere. You don't see him.
I am currently bleeding.
Hey.
And you notice you
yeah.
would kind of feel this warm heat of MD's blood in the back of his papoose as you move. He's
I'm
decently
sitting
well
in it?
Well, he got kind of slashed across the side, and you're in the papoose on his front, so...
Well, what happened to you? Where's Reginald?
I'm in the corner.
What?
There are no corners.
We are in a round room.
I'm off to this. Whatever.
I don't remember.
You saw
I
the
think you
round
wouldn't
room?
feel so tired after being out for that long. It's okay, so can I get down now?
Like a child.
You missed all of our Kathir adventure. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
6
and
hours.
Remember the dogs that we fought back in Iris Hill? The weird thing that liked the corners of the room?
We're in a round room?
We're in a round room, so there's none in here, but they are below us.
You have low light vision, so even with the very faint flickering light of Prototype's single match, you can feel that you're standing on a weirdly sloped surface. This room is spherical. It doesn't have any kind of a flat floor, nor any immediately visible means of leaving.
Okay, I'm gonna try to be really chill about this, because I just got here. But I don't see how we got in, or how we get out.
Open the hatch.
That makes me feel a lot better. Oh my gosh, I'm so...
There's a lot.
I need like some water or something. That was so...
Here is
That was
water.
freaky.
And I just hold out a tiny little flask, an adventurer's pack flask of water.
That's not what I usually
That
keep
explorer's
in the
pack
class.
don't work.
Do it for the first time in Strange Islands.
And as you reach over to grab this, you feel a really sharp pain on your side.
Are you alright?
I thought that I was just... I'm just lifting up my shirt. I would totally
You pull your shirt up and you see a pair of thin marks. They look like scars that had long since healed over, surgically straight, each maybe about 2 inches long.
Are you okay?
Did that was not...
What? When
Nothing
did that-
happened while I was sleeping,
No,
right?
nothing
What the
happened.
heck is that?
Can I investigate that or
Reginald, why don't you
something?
make me a medicine check?
That's odd.
I have my healer's glove
It's
on, by
odd.
the way. That's odd.
That's odd.
Yeah, not just, yeah.
Your appendix is gone.
I took my spleen.
Classic.
With the healer's glove, I believe I have a +2 to my.
So healer's gloves applies when you're actually treating someone. This is more like a knowledge thing.
Okay,
so
got it.
Just a flat check.
Just a simple 32.
Oh, just 32?
simple
I expect
32.
better from you.
Humble brag.
32, you look
I
at
rolled
this,
10.
It's alright.
they look like very clearly incisions. If they scarred, they must have been quite deep, not just going through like the outer layer of skin, but in through the layer of muscle and fat beneath that as well. These went all the way into Adelme. But they healed about as perfectly as they can.
Yeah.
The fact that it still hurts her means that it's not fully healed. It's just that something has made this outer layer sealed. Like something has, and it doesn't look like it was magic. It looks like it's like the skin stitched itself back together, like she'd had weeks of rest, but the incision on the inside was still healing.
When did you ever go under the knife for any? That's a specific I don't remember
I
doing that.
didn't.
You also have the 32. I'll give you. There's no procedure you're aware of that would make 2 incisions right there. Like you don't know.
What?
I think we're living in a pre-getting your appendix removed era here. So there's
The studio lizard's behind your head right now.
Yeah,
dude.
go back to this entire scene.
Don't look. It's right behind you.
Don't look now.
Our newest.
You're in the horror show.
Do we know of anybody that messed with you while you were sleeping?
No.
Do anybody know of this?
I mean, they don't look fresh, but
Well, what seems like there's
You okay?
it is still somewhat
I think
fresh
I'm still
because they're still healing.
did you say
No.
that they were like red, or do they look like they've had like a?
They
long
look
time?
like they've had a lot of time to heal. Like it looks like it was a very like perfectly made incision that the skin healed almost perfectly. Like if she wasn't looking there because it hurt, you may not even notice it.
Yeah,
Was
so
it like a-
they're
almost
pretty
invisible
faint and
scars,
fine.
okay.
Yes.
Was it like a cauterized kind of like
It
healing,
doesn't
or is it
look
like
like it
stitching?
was burned at all. It looked like it was like it may have been stitched, but it is like perfectly healed. This was an incredible technique.
Okay. Are you sure that we're not still asleep right now?
No, we're rather awake.
And you sure this could have been something you just don't remember? Like if I don't know if they did anything while you were in the asylum. Is it possible that there's just something you don't remember happening to you?
I think I remember when it happened, I guess. But
When did it happen?
in my dream a second ago.
That's not how that works.
Did we go through any doors?
Went through a lot of doors, in fact.
Many
I
doors.
time traveled again. In one of the doors.
Maybe.
No, that doesn't make sense.
We didn't do that.
I mean,
That's not-
Well, maybe you didn't. I could. I did.
You were on him.
I just had no. Hold on, because I just had a. I didn't have this earlier because I just had a dream, and you remember the things in the bottom of the manor,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the alien.
and yeah, they were doing like an operation, and then they said, incision spot, locate, and then they stabbed in there, and they were doing. I couldn't move.
That it seems like maybe just a nightmare.
Okay, yeah, until I find it on me right
we haven't
now.
really had much
And it's
happen.
Look at it.
I mean,
Even in the Dreamlands, we haven't really come out with much. So, I mean, you've
I
been
just
here
kind
the whole
of
time.
gesture at my face at this point, as wrinkled and white hair. It's like
The
I've
old
lost,
man MD.
I've lost time in the dreams.
That's weird that it's hurting now.
It doesn't hurt.
It's not like she went to the Dreamlands.
Well, like you feel it. No, so normally the
I mean,
way
it hurts
like
a little.
procedures
kinda
work is
bend
after
it
so much
weird.
time, either the nerves get shot.
Like that
or you don't-
hurts.
Right.
Yep.
Are you
So
okay?
if I just don't, huh?
Are you okay?
If I just don't like, kind of bend it like that.
Do you know what the procedure was for? Do you know what they did?
No, a temporal lock timeline. A temporal. They were accessing a temporal timeline.
Through your body,
Final answer.
like through your appendix or your kidney. That's where they were getting.
We haven't discovered that yet.
I mean, I still feel like
Nobody's ever been cut open in Galarian.
that's not true. Like they cut open people all the time.
a lot,
All throughout
actually. Every
human
day.
history. They would still have like names for these things. I think.
I would go over and poke MD in one of his severe lacerations from the dog. I'd be like, there have been other injuries.
Just stick a finger
Yes.
in this gash.
But those are
That
more
hurts.
in battle. That's more
She didn't get hit while she
I don't even know this.
precise and
clean.
Do I
Yeah.
remember
Very
this
clean.
being there before at all? Or is it just possible I might have overlooked it?
I mean, it's possible, but
Right.
you sure never noticed them before.
I don't know.
Reginald.
I don't.
I mean, it's just something. Let's keep note of it. Tell me if anything pretty much comes up with that. But really, we there's no. We need to figure things out at another time.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
speaking of figuring
like
things out.
we've all had a lot of injuries. You know, like me, Marius, the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger.
He's done
He's done it again.
We've come through
Right.
Like me, Marius.
Alright, go around the table.
Okay, Bryn, playing Prototype 47, the automaton.
Automaton.
Colby, the full-blooded orc rogue who is known as MD.
I'm Sully Adelmay, the itty-bitty gnomish witch who's got a little cut on her tummy.
And my name's Brett. I play Reginald Sagacious Fox. And, I mean, I've been hurt in all kinds of battles. I think zombies and all ghouls and all kinds of things.
Speaking of things that hurt, Reginald, how much longer do you have on that invisibility?
Probably about 4 minutes.
All right. Do you think you know where the mirror is downstairs?
Mirror.
We heard the sound when another one probably popped out.
Another.
Oh yeah, we've had a.
We need to use Reginald's invisibility.
So we're inside the
Yes.
Mysterium right now.
I was
and
thinking.
We're kind of locked in.
In Mysterium.
We'll explain that after we handle the dogs. I was thinking that me and Marius can go down and distract the dogs, and you sneak behind and find the mirror and break it. Break it, turn it off, whatever you need to do.
Is it breaking or is it unaligning the...
I don't know. I haven't seen it. That's yours and Adelmay's area of expertise.
Not mine right now, actually.
Should I turn the statue?
Let's do that after we break the mirror.
Good luck, Reginald.
Thanks. All right. That's not a bad idea.
And I was thinking maybe you and Adelmay go with him.
Oh.
Sure, I'll be helpful.
Oh,
right
I don't
now,
know what it is. Magic.
Invisibility.
Okay. Well, we gotta go if you've used your thing, so you just explain it to me on the way then.
We'll jump down first. We'll get their attention, and you come down immediately after, okay?
Just a reminder, we killed some of them. How much? One of them, and there's still. We heard another one coming. There's still 2 below us, as far as we know.
That's correct.
Okay.
You were attacked by 3 of them before you hurried up into this room last week.
Yep. I'm going to, at that, jump down immediately.
All right.
And if I have the time to move, I'm going to move to the side of the...
As you open the hatch and jump down, that is certainly the point at which we are going to roll some initiative. So you can give me, any of you, because you're kind of running in from another room here, perception or stealth for initiative. You're launching as much as you can. A surprise. So, Marius the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger.
35.
35?
34.
34!
Oh, man, dude.
40.
40!
This man really wanted to go in first.
Reginald.
I'm also 40.
As he opens the hatch and goes to move, you have your time stream thing back. I'm pretty sure I told you that last week, but like you're seeing everything again as he goes to hop down. Everything freezes for a moment. You see MD in the hatch. You hear this echoing sound of the hounds in the halls. You can do your roll normally or
right. I'd
take
stick to normal roll.
So what'd you get?
If I could use stealth, then it'd be 40. But I want to go last, I think, because I want to make sure everybody goes first, creates a diversion.
You can hold. Like you can do that. You can just hold. All right, Adelmay.
All right, thank you to It's a 1, and I don't even know what's going on. So
I don't know where I am.
I should do something here. So thank you to Hyper.
She's great. She's doing great.
It's your birthday.
I'm just gonna roll it. I'm
It's
not.
your
You
birthday.
thanks. 17 on the die now, way better than it was. So that is going to be 40.
It wouldn't have been bad if you would have went last, like towards the end.
She can also hold her turn.
I don't know, man.
That's
I
true.
don't.
So the wolves.
I mean, good job.
Now I feel
Thanks,
bad for
man.
not being in the 40 for
the crew.
failed.
You don't
Let's
want
see. I'm gonna go
I
clockwise
think
at
it's right
least.
in the-
So
They just look like they're having so much fun over there.
We can have our own fun.
boop, boop, boop.
Oh my gosh.
This camera.
You're not gonna believe this.
Huh?
40.
I
That's
believe
awesome.
it.
That's
See,
really
you don't want to be in the 40 group now, do you, huh?
40.
Yeah, see?
Something's wrong.
32.
Okay, yeah. Our group is definitely better than the group.
So MD, as
This is a
you
horrible clump.
Was anyone scouting?
Yeah.
was anyone
Was anyone scouting?
You.
How about
Or you-
following the
Did any of
expert?
you factor in scouting?
Huh?
Did any of you factor
No.
in scouting? You guys were planning to launch an attack, so I'll give you this.
Here we go.
What a generous GM.
Who? What are we
Me.
doing? What are we
I'm
doing?
going
here?
first.
Okay. So within one of these,
Well, I could. Okay.
44,
You could
41,
what?
41, 41.
I'll do
40,
that
40.
on Marius anyways. It only matters I'll be in front of him.
And Sully, don't tell anybody I snuck you a cupcake from last week. A hero point from
Aww.
the same 221.
Thank you.
MD, you're up first. As you hit the ground, you hear immediately the scramble of claws as these hounds react.
What does it say?
It says creator's direction.
Oh no.
But you're quick.
Ooh.
So I'm going to. I want to make as much noise as I can to get their attention to come towards me.
Okay.
Which I think that's pretty easy. I'm the only one down here now. But
Yeah,
then I'm
you-
also going to move south on the map, away from where I think the mirror is.
Alrighty. You 25 or 30?
30.
You going your full speed?
Yeah.
Okay, all the way down to the bottom then.
Yep.
You're passing by these hallways just lined with doors on either side.
Yep. Gosh. Golly, I don't know what else to do because they're not here. My weapon switched to a spear still, so I'm gonna raise shield. I'm gonna
Alright.
prepare myself down this hall.
Fair enough. Adelmay, as you look down the hatch to a hallway down below, you see an intersection. Halls going 4 directions, doors lining all of them. The walls of these corridors absolutely crammed with bookshelves, alchemical and scroll-making reagents, magical oddments. Every door carved with faces of smiling angels cavorting across the front of it. You see all of this, hear MD yell, bang his spear against the wall, and run down the hall in a direction, just clattering the tip of his spear on the stone.
I don't know what's going on.
You can hold, you hold.
Why did I re-roll? no, I know. I'm up here. Something else to do. Talking's a free action. I don't know what's going on.
You don't even. You're talking to like the air.
Oh, that's right. You're invisible.
No, it's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Just as he's creating the diversion, we are pretty much just going to go the opposite way to find the mirror.
Okay.
Do we know where the mirror was at?
You're smart. You
Probably
heard it
not
pop
by the
off.
front
You heard a
doors.
sound.
Yeah, I heard the noise and stuff. Where it was
You heard the
Pop off.
sound down the rightmost hallway to the east.
Got it.
Okay.
Just go down the hallway, head east, which is down
East.
and to the left.
What are you doing?
I'm going east.
Are you invisible, or are you just... You're not invisible, are you just jumping?
If it's
Jumping.
important, hold on. Hold
Well,
on.
I'm just asking. I didn't know if you precast anything or whatever. You're going for it.
Well, I will. Here's what I'll do. I will, in a similar fashion to Reginald, just sort of pick up on the only things that I do understand, and I'll toss my scarf around me, which casts me a 4th rank invisibility. It's a once per day effect that I have a reason to use right now.
Super neat.
That's cool.
Downside on the 4th level of invisibility is the duration, but
How long does it last?
much shorter.
Then I'll go fast.
It's still good. It also doesn't break when you attack, though.
Oh,
Yeah, it's rounds.
that's right. It's that
rounds instead
trade-off.
of minutes, but
Yes.
it doesn't break if you attack.
That's exactly right. Off I go. I gotta hurry.
All right, you hop down the ladder to the bottom of the stairs as your third action. Reginald, you're holding.
I mean, if she's going down, then I will go down as well.
All right, you're taking your turn. Then Reginald comes down as well. The 2 invisible friends
Yes.
hopping down into the hallway.
Yes.
You still with 2 actions left.
Can cast haste on me while I'm invisible?
Absolutely, you can.
Does that not
Nope.
break anything?
Nope. Sure
I-
He's
doesn't.
gaming.
I will cast haste on myself as well, and do my movement again, which I think I get
You
another.
don't. Your next turn, you'll have an extra action. You don't get it the turn you cast it, but you'll get it next turn. So you haste yourself and hop down.
And that's my turn.
Yep, just in time to see a hound come sprinting down the hallway towards the source of all of this noise. And as it does, I need a fortitude save from Reginald and Adelmay, because you
What?
both turn your heads and see it. And simply looking upon
that's
the
right, we forgot about not
distorted,
looking.
horrific form of this thing, it's impossible for your brain to parse.
Yep.
You feel your skin starting to tear and rip.
Yep.
But I'm hasted, which makes me super.
Your skin rips faster.
Dang it.
Yeah.
That actually makes more sense.
That actually makes
No, that was so good. Go to 16.
Mine is good. Give it. Mine's 37.
Regular success, you will take half.
Oh no.
You want to re-roll that, dog?
It's
I
within
don't know.
30 feet
You
of me.
want to re-roll that?
I'm gonna save these.
Okay. What's your total?
So 28.
Regular success.
Okay.
The mathematicians in the crowd
We
know
found
what they see
it.
Is Cammy within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
Yes.
No, yes, Cammy
Yes.
is. Reginald isn't. Yeah, it's around the line. All right, so both of you will be taking half of... I think it's 5. Both of you are going to take 5. Very low roll. 5 points of slashing damage. You barely see it as it runs
Ouch.
by, rips around the corner. MD, fortitude save
You
for
know
you.
that I found it.
You roll a fortitude save.
was
I'm going to roll a Jaws strike.
I rolled an 18 for a total of a 41.
41's critical success. Just a
Glad I
raw
didn't
critical
reroll that.
success. You're good.
Yeah.
And for the teeth, I'm going to roll 37.
37 just barely does it with the shield
37.
raise. I tried to get
yeah,
his shield up and his jaws just come right across and get into my arm.
And this one, these things are running pretty quickly, but it is scrambling. It's not blinking around like some of the ones that you saw before. But it's going to slip by for an even 30 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And just as that one hits you, a second hound will come around the corner at the far end of the southern hall, racing its way down. And as you see this one coming, the first one rushes at you. You feel that sort of effect, that ripping, and you just resist it. You hold. You're really focused on the dog itself and the pain that you got from knowing Edelme saw this thing. You see the second one coming. You don't feel anything. And it actually, it doesn't just have enough. It has to use 3 actions to get to you. It doesn't have an action left to bite with. Marius.
I'm gonna hunt prey on the 2 that I can hear.
There, yep. Auditory works. You don't have to be able to see him.
Now I want to do archer things.
Okay.
I want to kind of like lay down in the spherical room and try to just like hang down upside down, like with my ears, or sorry, with my legs kind of holding me up from the hatch.
You gold things.
So
Sure.
I kind of upside down.
You got like gold claws. You can do that. You
Yeah.
can. Cause you have like, do you have a climb speed, Mr. Ghoulie Man?
I think I have climb speed.
Yeah,
but
like that's what I'm saying. Like you literally should not have a problem with this at all. You can grab onto this. You have the top rungs of a ladder. If you need, you have the edge of the trapdoor. You can hang down, upside down. You can see down the hall these 2 hounds jumping at MD.
Right. I assume that's an action, right?
Yeah, it'd be the movement.
Okay, so then I will use just a hunted shot to fire 2 at the one that is closest to me, I guess. The north side of MD.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, okay. Okay, one is really good, one's horrible.
That's how it goes.
This is the way of the world.
Probably just under 30 feet, so that will be a 43.
Okay, hold on. You're like right on 30 because you're also up at the ceiling. So I'm gonna give you right on 30. But 43 with a -2 or not is a crit. That's definitely a crit.
Take that.
What's the other one? Their AC is not amazing.
If I have 30, it will be a 27.
It's not that bad, but the first one will crit though.
Okay. Now it's time for a lot of dice again.
Big hit. Big squishy hit.
He's doing so good.
Okay.
I saw an 8 and a 5.
Yes.
Guys,
I rolled
good.
The crit golf clap.
Just supporting our supporting the play.
7, 8, 5.
We support each other.
Doing that. Oh, the numbers are coming together. We're getting the numbers.
Yeah, we're gonna have big number time.
It's big number time. He's gonna do all this. It's gonna be like 14.
Yeah.
Like this.
I think it might be more than
No,
that.
I think it's a ranger crit. It's gonna be a little hitty.
I think that is
22.
59.
I was half.
How's it on? Oh, deadly.
Yeah. Does any of it 10 of that is Sonic, if that matters.
It doesn't, no. It is no reaction to Sonic. It is a little resistant to the physical arrow itself, but on the scale of 59, not that resistant. It's taken most of that.
No,
and it's
65. I forgot to add my 3.
Okie dokie. Definitely bloodied. Single arrow to bloodied, for sure. Like, that's... I believe it's also pinned to the floor.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that ends my turn.
You hunted, you moved, and you shot twice. Yep, that's it. Prototype.
I look down past Marius. I see no things on the floor. I am wary of jumping down.
The hallway is empty beneath you.
They're to the south of us. There's 2 of them.
I will. I'm going to start climbing down the ladder. I have sturdy, very sturdy appendages. So if I accidentally kick someone,
You are absolutely going to kick Adelmay in the head as you are climbing down. She is right at the base of the ladder. Actually, roll me a flat check.
Listen.
15.
You are going to kick Adelmay in the head.
Pardon me.
What was the
Adelmay,
roll
you
for her
take
not to
2
get
points
that?
bludgeoning damage.
And do you take 2 points of bludgeoning?
Can we
You
stop?
kick MD in the head.
Can we please stop hitting Adelmay?
I feel a thump, but no pain.
I say very quietly, pardon me.
Oh, it's fine. I didn't even feel anything. Oh, wait.
You kind of rustle around a bit there and end up on the ground
Excellent.
with 2 actions left.
And then I'm going to stride. I'm just going to straight up stride down that east hall.
What's your speed?
I think it's 30.
So you can get all the way to the intersection and you can see a 3rd hound that has not acted yet around the corner. You pass a couple of things. The first thing that you would pass on your way down are what look like a couple of tiny infirmaries. Small little rooms with simple medical supplies and tools and cots built into the area with little stools next to them. Each of them has a wooden case that's like literally just labeled healing supplies. Around the corner, you see a hallway with a great number more bookshelves, a new hound, and to your right, about halfway down the hallway, a huge, simple-looking mirror with a brass frame that arches up near its top and a shimmering surface that almost seems to sparkle a little bit. From here, I need... Actually, you and Marius, because you both observe dog. Oh, I'm doing on dog's turn for simplicity,
Oh, yeah,
so don't worry about the gaze yet. But you have 1 action left.
Okay, so is it an action to avert gaze?
Yeah, you can use an action to avert gaze, and that just no penalty. You just get a bonus to your saving throws against gazes. So
Okay.
basically, you're spending 1 action's worth of effort to try not to look at them.
Okay, that is what I will be doing.
Dude, not in Pride Month.
And
Nobody
it's its
got
turn.
that.
So make me a fortitude save immediately with a +2 bonus because you are attempting to avert your gaze.
Did you say I have to roll?
No,
2?
because you haven't seen one.
See here?
I'm doing it on their turn for simplicity.
the other
Just
one.
because there's like 3 of them together. So
Got it.
when it gets to their turn, because you can see them, then I'll make it a check. Because otherwise I'm going to lose track of you. You're going to be like double dipping.
Okay, so that is a 36.
36. That's with the +2.
Oh, 38. That's the
That,
whole reason I
that
did
matters.
that.
That matters because 38's a critical success. 36
Oh,
isn't, but 38's a crit success.
You're so close to it.
You are a robot. You're not sure what's happening to everyone else when you look at these, but that's just a weird, horrible dog. And as you look at it, it's going to run at you into the view of these 3, who all need to make me fortitude saves.
Yay.
Marius, Adelmay, and Reginald. You've now seen the 3rd dog during its turn.
Yeah.
Yay.
Let's do it again.
Ooh. Ooh.
I took a turn, right?
Yes.
So that means I can use reaction?
Yes.
Now can I use... Because I want to do invigorating fear, which is once per hour.
Okay,
creature-
nobody has gained the fright. Someone has to be frightened first. You have to like inflict frighten for that to work.
Good at this.
40.
Okay.
40
was
critical
I
success.
thought,
There it
I
is.
thought I could make one of the
There's
dogs.
a
free.
No,
fortitude.
that's fortitude.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna see what happens.
Oh, no.
Huh?
All right.
I got a natural 1 for
Natural
25.
Oh,
You're
big
not
hog!
You don't have to do that. You got
37.
cards.
He's not ready for this. He's kind of trying not to look at the 2 down here. He's not ready for third dog. On the far side, this comes running by and slams into prototype. And you turn and look and just feel the hallway start to twist. It feels like your body's pulling itself apart. 37?
37.
Regular success. So this is going to be 2 wildly different numbers, my friends. You take 48 points of slashing damage.
Oh my goodness.
Ouch.
And you take 12.
Okay. Also, I was reading Invigorating
Times 2
Fear.
divided by 2.
This, it says a creature within 60 feet of you gains the frightened condition.
That's the trigger.
What do you mean?
If they
We'll
get
explain this to
frightened.
you later. We're on day 2 of this. We'll explain.
You're doing okay.
Remind me on break. I'll explain to you Invigorating
I
Fear.
thought I could like make somebody afraid.
All right, so then as it gets to
Go.
prototype, the hound is going to leap up and rip at you with its jaws. And I'm going to use a villain point on account of I have 3 of them. So I'm stacked. Link wants these to go somewhere. So I'm going to use this
Okay, got it.
to roll dose. Take the best.
Want to do it?
Neither are fantastic. 34 is the highest of the 2.
That exactly hits.
Hey, villain point value. We're on the board. It's going to bite you for 27 points of piercing damage. And then it is going to, after it kind of gets its jaws latched around the stone, it's not really like a terribly hard bite. Its mouth just feels like it warps your body more than it does like crush or rend into it. It just distorts the stone, cracking bits of it apart. Man, child, I knew this entire dungeon cursed. Why should they be happy with the villain point?
Yeah, you
No,
telling
no,
me
no.
that. I like it.
Ah, the old Strange Aeons 1.0 trauma. Fair enough, I'll take that back, thank you. And then he's going to try to make a claw attack while it's latched onto you.
I forgive you, Manchal.
Boop. So that's gonna be 4 lower, because Agile is gonna be a 33.
That does
So
not
that's gonna
hit.
miss by 1. Agile almost got us there, but not quite.
So good at this.
Oh, so good at this.
MD, covered in dogs.
Covered in dogs. What's that dog doing?
Been there.
I see Mario shoot the heck out of this dog in front of me.
Doesn't take it well.
No, he doesn't. Mario.
But you see, just like the one you'd fought before, the arrow almost kind of warp and distort as it hits. Even an incredibly true shot like that doesn't hit quite as well as it could. Like, the physical matter of the arrow distorts as it connects with the hound.
Yeah, it's rough.
Dog joke.
Dog joke. It's rough. I get it. I'm gonna shift the spear back to the razor.
Okay.
As it just goes back to its normal, really worn razor, the sharp, jagged edges, and I'm going to turn to the dog to my south and twin pain out.
All right.
So I'm gonna bash out with the shield and slash in with the white razor.
Slap the first.
Slap the first, the shield. I roll a 17 on the die. It's gonna be a total of a 43.
Crits. Slap the second.
Slap the second.
These combined for DR?
No.
Ah.
So, but we can't do all the math together now. It's a 35.
Regular
It's a
hit.
flat-footed.
Yep, normal hit on a spot footed.
So the crit will deal 7 plus 8, 15, 30 damage of bludgeoning
Okay.
to his face.
Same way as your shield connects, you're gonna see it. Like you're looking at it. You know that illusion with a cup of water, how the straw disjoints. Your shield almost seems to warp and disjoint around. You hit, but not as
Thank
squarely
you.
as you wanted to say.
Pink.
Cheers, everyone. Second hit.
Second hit.
30, that's the
Good job,
multiple,
there
that's
we
the double damage.
All right, here we go.
30's the double damage.
Yeah,
and the
30's the
crit-
double
okay,
damage. The second hit, he's on immune
What are we
precision.
choosing to?
Right?
Same.
Just resistant to physical.
Yes, no crit immunity.
Okay.
Oh.
He's not an ooze.
I saw it.
He's a horrible demon.
Oh, he did get the what's the shield crit spec?
Flat-footed, I think. Or shove? Might
You
be
knock
shove.
him back 5 feet from me.
Do you want that?
Well, both the attacks happened in the same action. So,
Oh, that's true. Then he gets blocked.
yeah.
Hey, and MD do horrible rogue things to the horrible creatures. Protect the child. A hero point for Handsome Ganker.
Thank you, Handsome Ganker. I'm doing a lot of math and holding a cup in my hand. There's a lot going on in all the world right now. That's 10, 18,
Cheers.
26,
For beating up a dog.
27?
20,
The longer you hold the cup during this turn, it just makes the whole thing seem really casual.
It's a great bit.
27.
And then bam. Smashed back 5 feet. These 2 hits connect, the shield slam, throwing the hound back to the corner.
I'm gonna try to, I'm aiming, his physiology is weird. I'm gonna aim for his front legs to try to make him clumsy 1.
Okay.
With a debilitation.
That southern one's clumsy 1.
Yep. That's my entire turn.
My cards. Okay.
And Handsome Ganker gave me chaos.
Chaos!
Oh, yes. I like it.
Edelme. My cards. Thank you, Arcadis.
Oh.
I just used these. Okay, clumsy. Hold on. Dog 3.
And clumsy. I wish I had the
Dice. Dog 3. Clumsy 1. Clumsy is a status penalty, anything based on DC. So it's his reflex saves, it's his AC. If they attack with their dexterity, which they do, it goes down by 1.
Nice.
It's pretty good debuff. Edelme.
That's me.
That's you.
All I know is I'm supposed to be going east.
And now there is a fight at the east. There is a dog jumping up on Prototype, kind of biting and lashing out, and you see Prototype's frame kind of distorting a little bit, like you're viewing it through the side of a fish tank as this hound attacks her.
Oh,
Very much in the way, but you can try to slip past it. Since you weren't here last week, I'll give you the reminder. You have 2 options to not stare at the dog.
Yes.
The first is 1 action, avert your gaze, like Prototype did. You're basically spending 1 of your actions worth of focus trying not to look at it. It just gives you a flat +2 to the save. The second is to close your eyes, but if you close your eyes, you are completely blind. So with all of the downsides that come with being completely blind. You don't have to make the checks at all. Everything's difficult terrain. You're blind. Everything has a 50% miss chance, including heals.
Yeah.
It's rough.
I won't do that for everybody else's benefit, mostly. Where's Marius on this one? Where do you go?
He's got up the top of the ladder. He's hanging upside down at the top of the ladder, inverted, shooting a bow down the hall and doing pretty good with it, actually.
It's been really cool.
And avert the gaze
so cool.
is 1 action.
Give 1 action,
Okay.
just flat bonus.
All right. If I close my eyes, is that a free action?
Yeah, it doesn't cost an action or anything. Close your eyes, but you're blind for the turn.
What if I did something?
You're blind for the turn.
Okay. you gotta ask. I will. Edelme will put her hands on the wall and just kind of try and focus on as she inches her way down the hall. But before she does, she'll look up and kind of jump and tap on Marius's boot and say, "I don't know what's going on, but you got this. You got this.
I'm going this way.
I'm going on my way. That's Stoke the Heart. That'll be a +5 to all your biz. All your biz. Do your damage.
Feel your
That's to
way down towards the corner of the hallway next to Prototype.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
Well, that should be all of my actions.
Oh, you stoked? You averted and you're moving. That's it. That's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
You're right up there. Not the Prototype knows that, but you're there. Reginald.
So I do have I have haste up. I guess
Which-
first I will do use 1 of my actions to avert my gaze.
Okay,
So
fair
I just
enough.
have a +2. And then basically just have 3 actions from there.
Basically,
Yeah,
2.5, but yeah.
2.5.
1 has to be a stride or a strike.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure you're planning on moving, so you basically have 3 actions.
Yes. Yeah. Did you hit that one already? The one that you're fighting?
You can't see him. You just kind of hear a fighter out in the corner.
I think I'm going to take off towards where I think that take off down that way.
Speed 25 or 30?
25.
25. With 1 move, you can get up to the end of the hall. Because you can't quite. You need another move action to get around the corner.
Can I go
But
around my
you
own
can-
people?
Yeah, you can kind of slip behind Prototype, and you can see the mirror down there.
Yeah, can I? Yeah, just do another 25 that way. Bam.
Runs up to the mirror with 1 action left.
The thing is, I already have my crossbow out.
Look at 1 action. What do you do?
I think. Okay, can I actually not do anything? Can I investigate the mirror and like how to destroy it?
Absolutely, that's a great idea,
Yeah,
Reginald.
because I'm like,
That's
this thing,
really
it's a
smart.
magical thing.
Why
I
don't you
highly
take
doubt it's just gonna
action with
break
it?
with a
That's
crossbow.
Oh man, I'm a little sad, but that's really smart. We should probably not just blindly whack the mirror spewing
Right.
out to Tindalos. It's probably more to it than that. Why don't you make me a
Oh, man.
cultism check, Reginald?
It's
Like
a
I
good
said,
thing
there's
you got
smart
there
people
before
out
I
there.
did, brother.
The investigator's investigating.
The guy to go do his job.
We's talking about a 41. So.
Oh, look at that. This mirror is less a mirror and more a portal.
Figured.
It is.
Like I kind of saw that as I was running up.
You can look at it. You can see reflections. That's the facade of the thing. But it is a very powerful, pretty permanent magical artifact, and probably one of the stronger of the Mysterium's defenses. It's not just glass you can kick and it'll fall apart. It's not impossible that you could physically destroy it, but it's very resilient. It would take a very powerful, singular blow to really do any damage to it. That's not something any of you spectacularly excel at most of the time.
Yeah.
It would be much easier
To turn it off.
to turn it off.
Right.
Which you see two options. One, you're making an occultism check. You can directly attempt to dispel it if anyone has that kind of capability.
Yeah.
The second, you made an occultism check. You're sure there's some kind of a fail-safe. But with an occultism
Like if
check,
it was turned off, it would turn back on?
well, no, like an alternative way if somebody needed to power it down for whatever reason. But it would not be easy.
Maintenance.
It wouldn't be easy because if someone was breaking into Mysterium, it could just flick the off switch.
Yeah.
That would somewhat defeat the purpose of the mirror.
Can I think about, like, I don't know, the engineer that thought of this? Of where would they put the failsafe to shut it off in not an easy way, but what a smart person would be
That
able to
would
figure
be
out?
kind of a thievery check sort of thing. Dog time.
Dog time.
Dog time. Dog time. Hi. Marius! Make me a fortitude save. This is the
Different
dog.
dice.
This is the dog that you shot, actually. So you definitely see this one. Is it more better?
I mean,
it's
anything's
not
better
worse.
than a
Yeah.
1.
That's true. That's not true. A 1 is equally bad.
Yeah, true.
32.
Nice.
Better.
That's a good number.
It's a good number.
13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That's half on your
Okay.
regular success.
Oh, wait. It's a regular success?
Oh,
I think
giving up fortitude too?
I think I do. At this
Okay.
point,
Well, you look,
Starfinder
because the dog is now going to attempt to eat MD.
Yeah.
So I'm
that's
just
me.
going to roll
Starting
all
to forget which thing is Starfinder
of
and
these
which thing is this
dices.
one.
Nom nom.
The green one is
Success
bite.
on a fortitude.
Ouch.
The
Yeah.
other two
Okay.
are claw.
Critical success.
Is success to kind of fortitude?
Yeah.
Hey, you take nothing. And you take a really big hit from this. Sort of studies you see everything snap back to linearity, back to Euclidean geometry. And you're looking at this and you're not really feeling that effect anymore. Alright, so bite.
Sitting bars.
36.
36 hits.
Claw 1. Crits. That's a P. That's not even a number. That's just P. That's the letter P on my die.
All right.
P for critical hit.
PP.
No, not pee-pee again.
Second claw. This one's not getting in there. That's a 26 on the second claw.
26. So the bite comes through. Once again, I'm turning around fighting this thing. The bite comes through and grabs up my arm. The claw hits my chest plate and activates the fortification rune.
Ooh, okay.
Does not.
He has doesn't fortify?
No, it doesn't fortify.
Well, it's a good thing the bite is not the crit. The GM is full, and thus I'll be granting my boons to heroes. Reginald! That is very good. Continue to think with your logical brain. Imagine a motherly draconic voice speaking to you and granting this. Enjoy. A hero point. And also Marcus. A second hero point. Both from Iraku-san.
That was
Thank
not
you,
a very
Roxanne.
draconic motherly voice, AJ.
We put it at the end of the message.
You
Just
should
while
immerse
it's done
us.
reading.
I would like to be immersed.
Mine's, I've read
Take it
the
again.
story.
This
The story.
That's what it says. I
There
read
were
the
no
story.
prints.
Ooh. Oh, that's
There
cool.
were no prints.
There are no prints.
Hey.
29 points of piercing damage
29? Okay.
from the bite. And then the claw. I'm going to be honest, that didn't roll in the tray. It was max, though. Okay, still didn't roll in the tray. That was a 1, though. But I
Maybe
can
you
do
should
this.
try
I believe in me.
this.
What's going on over there?
I'm struggling! All right.
Aren't we all?
How long is a turn?
36 points of slashing damage
Seconds.
on the claw.
It would be more.
I am. Bl-
MD's bloody. Great news about second dog.
After that first dog goes, I want to use this hero point. Chaos.
Chaos! chaos!
What's it do?
Roll
Arcanus, the chaos table,
roll on the
please.
raw on the wonder table.
Don't show it to them.
Yes.
What's it do?
I don't want to hold on to this because then I'll never use it.
As
so.
reality,
That's
these
my
strikes
favorite.
land, this critical claw. Even Mari's the distance, starting to see the angles of this hallway start to warp and bend around MD. Something happens. Roll a d20.
Oh my
this
God.
is my favorite one.
I'm going to lean over here and see what it does. 12?
So this is my. Every time anybody gets this card, you have to use it immediately.
No.
Oh yeah.
What is it? Come on.
Oh, man.
What?
Yes.
Everybody dies.
Excellent work, Colby. Excellent work. This is
Just
the
drop
type
a
of.
fireball on me right now.
You hear a voice. MD. Followed by a strum of a lute. Dun-dun-dun.
What?
You're stronger than this. And you turn, and you see a skeleton with a fake mustache standing next to you in the hallway. Dun-dun-dun. Boys! And 3 more skeletons appear. And then the 4 skeletons begin to serenade you gloriously.
Oh, dude.
A beautiful melody ringing through the halls, granting all of you a +1 bonus to attacks, saves, and skill checks. As long as the skeletons continue. This is the actual. I didn't make up the skeletons. The skeletons are part of the effect on the run of one again. The skeletons begin to serenade you.
Dude, I love Coco. That's
It's
crazy.
Emmy's birthday.
What world are we living in?
They bring out the cake.
Glare at them and go, okay, cool. Might as well.
That's my favorite
Is
movie.
that effectively heroism?
It is effectively inspired courage.
But easy.
It's
I was just thinking about how much I missed easy.
It's easy in the form of 4 skeletons.
And they still don't hold a candle to them.
That's amazing.
I can't believe I can't believe the 4 skeletons are explicitly on the table. 4 singing skeletons appear to serenade you and your allies. That's what it says on the table.
That's amazing.
Wait.
There's a 1 in 20 chance of 4 singing skeletons.
This is. If anybody gets that card, you have to roll it immediately. You can't re-roll. You can't
That's
re-roll
so-
it. into this.
It's too
You have to
powerful.
use it. You have to use it.
Anyway, second dog.
Anyway, second dog.
Great news. This dog. This dog gets 1 less. I'll just take 1 out because I have to reroll the agreement anyway. So on the trade. Dog does have to step back up to you. Oh, Arcana's got skeletons. Perfect.
Oh my gosh!
He's also clumsy, so this one has a -1 to hit you. The bite's gonna hit you. 41 with the clumsy.
Okay, it hits.
The second one is also 26 again. So just the bite
Get used to
landing.
claws.
You can dodge the little guys. Unfortunately, the big guys hit a little harder sometimes. Not this time so much. 21 points of piercing damage.
Okey-dokey.
He's still clumsy until your turn, correct?
Yes.
All right, he had to jump up here. That's right. Dog had to move. And that brings us to Marius.
Oh,
As you're looking down the hall, you will notice nobody made a save against this dog because both of the 2 of you that can see this dog have already critically succeeded and are no longer subjected to the effect.
Ooh, that's convenient.
Coming back from having accidentally made direct eye contact with the other dog, I'm in a lot of pain. So I'm going to try to just get back into it, zone back into the dogs that I was previously paying attention to. But I am going to, I'm going to avert my gaze and just try to hit the same one again.
Okay, and keep in mind your +1 from the beautiful singing skeletons in the distance. Their music elevates you.
This is something
Very
that I'm
oxygen.
sure everybody will just take in stride and just.
No one else sees it.
Yeah.
They just hear the music.
Like, okay.
As the skeletons are on the corner, it's just MD down here jamming with the skeletons.
My foot's just tapping on the ground.
It's like the Boney Boys in the corner just
Yeah.
going nuts on a bunch of lutes and like violas.
How long can we?
One of them's got a trumpet.
So,
Use deadly aim first. That's
that's
cocked.
cocked.
You can tell the one with the lute is the leader because he has a fake
I feel
mustache.
like all of us are kind of jamming.
I
out,
hear
like, this
singing.
is
Is
nice.
everything
honestly,
okay?
We're all a little
Can we
inspired.
take a second? Oh no.
We're all
That's
inspired.
not good.
You're inspired.
It's 1 better than it would have been.
Yeah, one. It
Yeah,
was.
so,
He is pinned.
uh,
That dog is still pinned.
He's still
is
stuck. He didn't need to
it,
move.
did we say that's on like just about 30?
Yeah, you're just 30 because you're up
Okay.
a little bit.
Shoot the other dog.
6, and then
Gotta shoot
plus
that dog.
1,
Gotta shoot that dog.
the 33.
33 hits.
Okay.
You've got a +5.
Oh wait, no, 31.
Because of the singing skeletons.
Yeah!
31 is exactly the limit.
Let's go!
Thank you,
Okay.
Handsome Ganker.
Thank you, singing skeletons!
I'm just
Roll
gonna
damage on that
assume the
first.
first one's name is Handsome.
Yep.
You almost missed, but one of the little skellies like winks at you, and you're like,
Oh, he does this.
He doesn't have any eyelids. He just kind of. That's the skull.
14 for that.
14? Ooh.
That's
okay.
a natural 1. And then... Oh, I was doing hunted shot, so one last one. That's gonna miss.
You get this.
Okay.
Is it hurt?
oh, this is sort of hit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's gonna miss. It was
Okay.
another 6.
So you
and
have
it's
14
all
damage
attack.
on the first hit, that's it? Just
Yeah.
14? Alright, it's gonna resist almost all of that.
Rip.
And then that's gonna bring us to Prototype. The Hound in the corner.
Wait, is that a thing?
You hear the skeleton music. You hear MD fighting in the distance. You see Marius shooting down a different hall. You are alone at this intersection. A dog has jumped on you.
Definitely alone.
Yeah, definitely alone.
Nobody nearby.
You see, so...
I mean, you can hear footsteps.
oh,
I'm
no!
sneaky. Prototype's head swivels completely around, looking to where the music is coming from. So while they're...
Stop!
You did it.
Okay. It's beautiful.
Yes! This is excellent. This is so good. This is exactly
Horror
why.
campaign.
This is exactly why.
Remember how this episode started?
So, in an effect of averting my gaze by turning my head completely around to the beautiful melody of these excellent, some orchestra happening on
How
the
do they play that
outside.
trumpet? They don't have lungs or lips.
Okay, first of all, do not rain on our parade.
Magic.
Magic!
They are moving skeletons, first of all.
We're all moving skeletons!
Those ones don't have ligaments.
We're convinced.
You need muscle, ligaments, all the things, brain that can send signals, all that stuff.
So the head swivels around, and as the head swivels around, I'm going to distractedly raise my shield, and then I'm going to walk north. So I'm actually going to stride up north around the dog, and hopefully it doesn't have
Okay.
a reaction.
It's not a trained warrior, no.
Great, well, you
it's a
never know.
dog. Yeah,
So
sometimes
head
they
turns
prank you.
around, shield comes up, and I'm going to start walking north.
Now you can see there is
Silent
another
sneeze.
brass-headed statue at the far end of this hall. There's one at each corner.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure there weren't, like, a mirror in every corner or something. So
It's just the one that you see.
okay, sweet. That's my turn. I avert my gaze, raise my shield, walk north.
All right, dog the second is up. Who can see this dog? Lots of people. But Adelma, you rolled like a 48 last turn?
40. No, not
40?
quite that good.
No, you three,
40 even.
Reginald, Kemi, and Prototype have not critically succeeded against the gaze yet, right?
I critically succeeded.
You did once.
Yes.
Okay,
One
then
time.
I just need Prototype. Oh, right, no, you got 40 even did it.
Yeah.
Prototype and Reginald making
Where's the-
fortitude saves with your +2 from averting your gaze.
Was the
I
38
moved on.
critical?
Oh, you did crit. No, you're good too. You're good. Just Reginald.
just me.
Okay.
We
Reginald's the one who
moved
wasn't
on.
crit yet.
No!
It's actually just Reginald.
The music in the background is distracting him.
Keep in mind, you have a +1 from the skeletons.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
bad.
She solves it. I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to use it.
Oh.
I think. Where did this one come from?
You're trying to focus on the mirror, but you're just catching out of the corner of your eye.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to use a hero point, and I only remember where the last one just came from, which was Oroka-san. So I don't remember where this last one came from.
It's right there, dude.
Which one? What? Oh, that was Oroka.
Oh, never mind. You're right. I thought it said.
If you think you'll be able to read my notes, you think you'll actually be able to figure this
I'm
out?
sorry. I'm just trying to help
I
you.
Well, you,
can't
have
even.
you have a hype train one, so there's a hype train hero plan.
I'm not using that one.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to
That-
figure
that-
out
I
which
gotta
You get a
use
+2
that.
from averting and
Yeah,
a
you
+1
credit them
from
in
the
a second.
skeletons. So giving
I'm
you a total
re-rolling
of
this
a
one.
+3.
That wasn't any better. We're just gonna have
Nope, it
to.
is technically better.
What's your total, buddy?
What is it? +2. So I rolled a 4.
You got a total of a +3 between the skeletons that are averting your gaze.
Okay, so that's a 7 plus was it 42 plus 19?
Actually, you didn't avert last turn. You had to move twice. You moved twice and investigated, so just a +1 from the skeletons.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's getting worse
so it's
and
5
worse.
plus 19,
No,
so it's
he-
24.
He inverted at the beginning of his turn.
I did
He's
invert.
hasted.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you hasted. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you.
So even with a +2, it's a failure either way. So to be fair, it didn't matter this time.
That's right.
15 points of slashing damage, Reginald.
Fun fact, dog turns are longer than normal turns because for every 1 second in a normal turn, it's
7 seconds.
This dog,
That's the
this
problem.
hound,
So they move faster?
sees Prototype kind of running away and it turns its head cocked down the hallway towards Marius. It's not looking at Marius, it's looking past Marius. And you see it also turn. And it runs into the corner next to it. Like it's not quite passing through the floor. It's not running through the wall. It just turns and it runs. And the way this distortion around where it moves is, it looks like it just moves through a passage that's always been there, but is impossible to comprehend. And emerges behind MD.
It's venting.
This is the dog by Protea. Okay.
Dog by prototype.
And all the skeletons.
What are you wearing?
Now you are flanked by this one.
Is it my level or lower?
Sure is.
Denied advantage. I am not flanked by it, sir.
Then it's going to get 1 bite, which I'll use a hero point.
I want to put at this moment before you use that hero
Villain.
point. I am at death's door.
Ooh, really?
What?
Well,
How did that happen?
I'm at 39 HP.
Link 1429, point number 2. 2 dice for the bite.
Well, if it isn't another combat where we thought it was all going really well,
Until
and
you
then
look
found
at
out
MD's hit points.
Is it higher than a 34?
42.
Does not crit.
Does not crit. They need a 20 to crit you. That's a 19. All right, fair enough.
I got that armor buff.
Link 1429, quit being the less than 3.
Thanks,
Put it
Link.
back on a
Oh
stick.
Link
Hey,
is
Link.
determined. Link
Hey,
is
Link,
determined.
I'm also less than 3. Just
I
saying
like
that.
Link's determination. You know?
24
I like
points of piercing damage.
24? Cool.
The thing about being less than 3 is it's a heart.
Oh, yeah.
It is. I'm still standing.
Villain points. 2 for the claw.
Oh, his moving through the wall was not. It was one action.
Yeah, 1 bite, 1 claw.
Oh, dang.
It's
That's
just a
rough.
move.
Dang, that's rough, buddy.
These have been, the first one I rolled a 5 and a 19, the second one I rolled a 4 and a 17. So I don't know which one was the modified hero point, or modified villain point die. So, bang bang, second attack, -4, math, 36.
It hits.
And this is just regular claw
You wanted
activities.
the shield raised.
18 points of slashing damage.
As it hits, you're going to hear Indy let out a very, very loud yell. As I'm going to Orcish Ferocity, which will put me at...
Wounded 1 for sure.
I'm wound. I go back up to 12, because I go back up to my ancestry value of health, and then I also get 13 temp HP.
Okay.
So
I know that cry.
It is your turn, and you find yourself surrounded.
won't have it any other way.
They are pack hunters.
Good luck, my skeleton men. I must leave.
You see MD shout out down the hall. How's that mirror going?
You scream of pain, then how's
Just
the
got
mirror
it.
going?
I am wounded 1, which is great for me because my damage has just gone up by 2. now.
Oh, you have that big of the
I have
heart
lifeblood
Right,
claw.
you took that one.
I took that one.
He gets wounded, he only gets angrier.
Only get angrier. How's the one in front of me? The one between me and Marius is
That is the most wounded. That one is bloodied.
okay.
Yeah, the one bottom left of you has been hit, but isn't bloodied yet, and the one that just appeared is full up.
I'm going to. Okay. The one that I attacked last turn, still clumsy one. I'm going to Twin Feint on him. So with the shield, it's a 12 to hit. It's a 12 on the dice with a 38 to hit.
38. He's not flat-footed.
No,
Regular hit.
regular hit. And then the knife will be 5 on the die, which we're going to use this hero point from the same 221 as I readjust my grip mid-swing to get a better angle. Or a lower number. Do not get a better angle. It would have been a total of a 24 versus flat-footed.
24 is not going to quite do it, so you get one good hit. Make it count.
For 14 bludgeoning at the shield bash.
It's going to take a little. It's going to take a little, but that is going to put it to bloody.
And then for my final action, add 2 more to that.
Okay, it's definitely bloodied.
And for my final trick, I'm going to then use my movement because this guy's still pinned.
The guy behind you still pinned the way. Is that a move
I'm
yet?
gonna use my full movement to get back up underneath the ladder.
5, 15, 20, 25.
Or as close to it as I can.
Yeah, you can get to the corner with 30 because you have to go, unless you want to try and make an acrobatics check to tumble through. It's difficult terrain, so unless you critically succeed, it's a wash. But if you critically succeed, you can get there.
If it's difficult terrain, how far would I move? It would
If
be
it's difficult terrain, it'd be 10, 15, 20, same spot, corner.
I'm
Same as
gonna
going
try
around.
if
you fail, you don't move. If you
Okay.
critically succeed, he's not difficult terrain. You
Okay.
get there.
I'm gonna attempt the acrobatics. I'm gonna attempt to tumble through. Because I am a master in acrobatics.
You got to weave past this hound.
8 on the die for a total of a 31.
And it's versus his reflex DC, I believe.
Yeah,
31 will fail.
will fail.
Do you get a +1 from the
32 still
skeleton?
fails.
Okay.
As you try to get past him, you can't possibly predict what this distortion is going to do. It's impossible to parse like how they interact with this area. You think you're slipping around him, only to somehow stumble into him and go nowhere. Adel.
Yep.
Okay, walk with
You-
me.
Okay.
I said my hands are on the wall.
Yes. Hands are on the wall.
I close my eyes. Stay with me.
Okay.
I'm going backwards till I find that corner, which I can do.
Which corner?
I'm heading back towards MD. I heard him scream.
Your hands are on the wall. There's an open doorway right here.
You immediately enter
I'm
the
gonna
closet.
continue.
You
I
gotta
know.
reach-
I know which
Okay.
my lefts and
Okay.
rights. Yeah, I'm
so
going.
your eyes are closed.
Yeah.
What's your speed? 25?
Yeah.
10, 20. That's one move. 10,
It's all
20.
difficult terrain.
That's two
Oh,
moves.
it's difficult terrain.
If your eyes are closed, everything is difficult terrain.
Okay then. Oh, I thought I could get over to you in one turn
It's gonna take
and do
you all
something
three
with this
actions to move
special
down the
little
hall with your
thingy.
eyes closed.
Okay. Well, you've probably got this.
You could open your eyes.
Yeah, I'll just walk.
I'll just walk.
I'll just
10,
walk.
15, 20, 25 gets through the corner with one move. And you can see around the corner and see 3 hounds mauling a very much injured MD.
I was making this too complicated.
all the time.
Okay, guys, this was silly. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use Reach spell so that
Okay.
I can cast Lay on Hands from this corner onto MD.
Fair enough. We're
Yes.
at 7th level now?
42.
42.
It's very good
And
now.
plus 2 AC.
Yes.
Which is also
Yes,
very
notably.
Because I think a lot of these are just barely hitting him.
Yes.
2 AC, 42 health.
Mm-hmm.
Reginald, you're here in front of the mirror.
Yes. I believe you said it was a thievery check to figure out possibly.
You got a thievery check in you?
What do you mean? Like, am I good at thievery?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah. Yes. No.
The die says otherwise.
Afraid not.
I am going to use this other. Wait. Do I have my?
Oh.
No, I'm not using
Oh,
that.
that's right, that's
No, that one's special, little girl. Hold on. Do I have my? Excuse me, pardon me through my books. Pardon.
Investigator.
Where is?
Wow.
Are
That's
you
so
looking for
many
your
papers.
Chrono Skimmer reroll?
Yes, I'm trying to make sure
Because
if I used it or not.
I
Did
don't.
put it-
This
I
is
put it
like
at the very
the
end.
first fight of the day.
You guys.
Is it? No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Because
Yeah,
we went upstairs. That was on the
You
same
kind
day.
of like ran past them. You didn't like. You took like one round and then ran up.
I
into-
used it. I have it checked.
Oh well, fair enough.
I have it checked.
And never mind.
It's all the same day, so I'm glad I checked. I don't want us to cheat.
But do you remember to uncheck it?
Yes.
What's it? All right.
Man, I still used it.
Because it's all the same day. That we just got here from the
Yeah,
getting
right
off the
here.
boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got
So
off
then
the
I
boat.
will use this hero point to re-roll this thievery check. And
Oh man.
Maybe a different dice is in order.
Can't believe-
how dare you?
What's your total?
It's 24.
Woof.
Yeah, if there's, you're doing a very quick examination here. You're just like running your fingers up the sides, like
Yeah.
hidden switch, hidden button. It's not that simple. If there's a way to turn this off physically or mechanically,
Okay. That wasted one
certainly
action?
not immediately apparent. That's one action.
Okay.
It's not to stop you from doing it again. But that is one action.
Come on, investigator. Use that big.
Keep in
brain
mind your
boost.
+1 for
Big brain.
skeletons.
Big brain.
Still not helping.
This
I'm
is
going
only
They
to-
based
fight
on-
later.
You know what? I'm just gonna. These aren't action. Are these? Doesn't depend
Not
on.
unless it says it's an action, though.
Yeah, why not?
Should I use it now? You think?
I don't know.
It's
Your
a
turn,
good, it's a
Reginald.
good
6
item
seconds.
to
What do you
use
do?
it.
All right. You instantly get. I'm gonna use this. This is one I just got. I've read this story. You instantly gain three pieces of information on one creature or object as it had been succeeded multiple recall knowledge checks.
Multiple?
Yeah.
Raz.
So when I used on
Hypercognition.
Big smart.
Big smart.
Wow, okay. This
Thank
is
you,
interesting.
Oroka-san.
Hold on a
Your
second,
brother.
'cause that's interesting. Succeeding multiple is kind of the thing that turns it off. So, like, hold on.
Oh wait, what? Dude!
It's three checks to turn it off.
You
So,
just accidentally big brain the answer.
okay,
He's
so
read this
I'd say
story.
with that,
I have the manual
while
right
you
here.
don't,
I know
while
where
you
to turn
don't
it
feel
off.
anything, like for switches, looking at this and thinking about like, similar artifacts you might have seen coming through the Sleepless Agency or in like your studies prior to that, the rest of your life. First of all, Oroku-san immediately refunds that hero point.
Oh, Oroka-san, you're the best!
You.
Second of all, there's got to be a mechanical way to shut this
Hunter's
down.
Edge.
Hunter's
Yeah.
Edge?
Yeah, it says closer to the Hunter's Edge. To the Hunter's Edge.
With a portal like this, obviously something's gone horribly wrong. That's not impossible with magic of this power. So there certainly would have been a way to deactivate it in case of emergency, but they would have, for similarly obvious reasons, needed to ensure that that's hard to find. That said, the primary defense of this mirror is that it just looks like a mirror to someone that doesn't know what it is. It doesn't have any incredibly obvious magical signatures. You reason that the way to shift this off is going to be something about the actual glass itself. And I'm going to say that's going to take care of all of the knowledge that you need to turn it off. So all you need now to turn it off mechanically is the actual final thievery check to do the thing.
Oh, and I have no more dice to. I have no
You have
more
two
extra
actions.
Yeah, I do.
You got two tries.
I got it.
I'll just turn the mirror off.
Okay, I think I got
Roll
this.
20.
Nope, I went 3, 4, 5. Every.
You're getting better.
Yeah, one
you're
action
getting
left. In 17
One more
rolls, this will be a
time.
natural
One
20.
more time. It'll be it. No, it'll be good.
Is it a
Try-
6?
It was a 5.
He's trying his
I
best.
rolled
Oh, he's
3,
walling out.
4,
He's walling out. He's
5.
walling out the 5.
I, was-
Can confirm
I
he's
figured
trying
it
his
out.
hardest.
Why am I just
He's trying.
smoke is coming out of my
He's
ears?
trying. He knows there's something there, and boy, he's trying.
You keep looking at the
My
mirror
ha-
and seeing
My
yourself
hands are
and getting
slippery.
angry.
My hands are just
Please.
slippery.
First of these hounds,
You can't see your hands.
truly unsure what's up there, he sees this fungus roll across you, these slashes, these bite marks. Your body starting to reorient itself. Did you?
Please, Reginald, please.
I'm gonna get it next time. I'll have 5 rolls
You're
next
seeing,
time.
he's seeing it come together.
Thank you.
There's no obvious source of this, but the hound immediately turns its attention away from you and starts to look around. And it sees this shimmer at the corner. And this first one is going to jump through and arrive right next to Edelmay.
Nuh-uh.
And then it is going to
Wait.
take a little bite.
Nuh-uh.
Green die concealment, white die hit.
Wait. Don't do this.
Passes concealment, but only a 30 to hit.
Okay. Well.
Surely a
Okay.
30 does not hit you at this point. Even,
Oh,
even
a
you.
30. Oh, wait. I got my cloak. A 30 doesn't hit me. I got my base is a 30.
Oh, the cloak.
But the
You
cloak.
got the +1.
I got +2.
+2 at
It's
this
a
point.
nice cloak, dude.
That's a really
Actually,
good.
it's
That's a really
nice
cool
cloak.
kick. All right.
Please don't roll higher than that, though.
Second swing with a claw.
Yeah.
Is it DC 10 or DC 11? It's DC 11. That's a 10. Misses to the fact that you're invisible.
You don't have to blink out.
You suck, I guess.
The second. 3 of actions.
Yeah. Hit me.
34 on the bite.
Okay, it doesn't. This time I managed to like wedge the shield into its mouth.
You got the shield and you got that lay on hands energy
Yeah.
going. And the claws were both awful. So this Edelmay's magic inside you, finally getting the strength to hold this thing off as we come back around to Marius.
Hey man, I forgot to sustain your stoke.
Oh,
Just realized right now.
No worries. Okay.
no worries, he says. I'm just that
Now he
good.
just rolls all 20s.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue to avert gaze, but hearing the second one come up closer to Adame, I'm going to shift my aim to that one. Surely MD's got this. I'm sure he's fine. He sounds like he's in a lot of pain. He'll be okay.
He's throwing up blood. It's fine.
Okay.
He's fighting for his life over there. He's throwing hands.
What's new?
Let's give it deadly aim. Which dice do I want to try?
This one, that one, that's the one.
Please,
I believe.
dice.
I
Got
believe.
this.
I believe.
We believe in you.
We kind
I
of
believe.
believe. It's kind of
Kinda
believe.
You rolled a
believe.
50.
Wasn't one from some skeletons.
Nah, I don't think
And that is the one. That's the quite wounded one. That's the one that's been hit by MD. A
I'm
few
pretty
times.
sure we've established it doesn't. That's a 31.
31 does hit. Yes.
We established that it does hit.
Yeah.
Right.
This is one of the two bloodied ones, not the
Right.
one that you crit, but the one that MD hit a few times.
All
The one that
all
MD crit.
We'll do,
Well,
a
the
little,
MD crit.
we'll do a little damage.
We do a little damage. It's a treat.
9, 16, 18, 21 piercing.
Ooh.
Or, yeah, and then some
Some
stomach.
damage.
Yeah.
Even resisted, still some.
Okay,
We like some. We're here for some.
hunted shot. 2 more.
2 more.
2 more. We believe in you.
Hey.
2 none.
That's
So
Let her
mad.
take that ball.
You
Don't
mad,
throw
bro?
dice at Bryn.
You
please.
mad,
Like
bro?
a claw machine, just like. Believe.
Ooh,
That's better.
It's better.
I believe.
It's a 14 plus 21.
35 hits.
Yeah, okay. And 1 more.
Cocked.
That's a 10.
It's cocked. It's cocked. He can roll better.
That's another 14.
Like I said.
Yeah, I was cocked the first
yeah,
time.
14,
Super cocked the
18,
first time.
32.
Hits.
Okay.
Cheating?
2 hits.
Okay.
Combined for DR, so he's not going to get his DR twice on this, only once.
Look.
The skeletons are just
Jamming.
dooting in the background.
I want to take them with me.
Well, they've got about 30 more seconds of life.
14.
Or unlife, unfortunately.
Well, they're on tour, so they can't stay for
They're
long.
busy. They got other adventuring, but they got other rods of wonder to be summoned to.
Just one
Like,
group of
so
skeletons.
one
They're
year is
booked out till November,
every
dude.
rod of wonder
When
that
they-
summons the 4 skeletons summons the same 4 skeletons. They just tell
They
them
actually
around.
hand you a slip at the end of their tour dates.
They
Like,
did really good work,
I
actually.
rolled really low, so only 26.
They're
But
booked
both
and
of them
blessed.
together?
Yeah.
Ooh.
There was
It
a
is-
lot of like 2s in
That
that.
is really low. But that brings that one death's door. That one's at death's door, at least. You still have 1 action left. Don't you? Shoot.
If I
another shot?
averted gaze.
Oh, you inverted gaze?
Yeah.
You're not making the saves anymore. You're.
That's smart.
Like,
You'll give me credit.
You credit. I know. I'm just gonna give it to you. Many of you are averting gaze when you don't need to anymore.
I kinda forgot that, yeah.
Well, you just gotta kind of get acclimated to how horrible it looks, and then you're okay.
I don't think that'll
On the
do
mind.
it.
It's literally
26, yeah, that one.
26 won't quite do it. Oh, no time.
I notice with my head swiveled totally around.
So mirror's just sitting there.
There.
Yeah, nobody's
You're
working
alone.
on it.
Nobody's at the mirror.
I'm alone.
You're extremely alone.
All right. I do notice. I'm gonna walk down. I'm gonna head down to the mirror down there. May or may not bump into a Reginald
If
Fox.
you're running up to the mirror, you will bump into Reg. I mean, you can hear him talking and saying. And he
must
doesn't-
try to-
Somehow MD takes damage again.
Happy takes 2 points bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
You know, he's-
And then I'm gonna see the mirror a little bit imprinting in different ways, and see if can I make a crafting check to try and see.
It's crafting your thievery. Those are the 2. Do it mechanically.
She's gonna open your mirror.
She's
dude.
just gonna walk up and go.
Wow, that's only a 5.
It has the off button right there.
5 is so consistent with this
It
mirror.
so
What is
consistent.
happening?
Okay, I'm gonna do a hero point because I would like this mirror to stop killing. We would like to kill the dog. Ah!
we would like to kill the dogs, though more
See,
dogs
now it's
coming out.
fair.
You guys have shot your skirt.
It's another 5, so
No way!
What is
That's
happening?
crazy.
so that's only 31.
Wait, your 5's at 31?
Yeah,
With crafting?
yeah. Oh, was it 31 the
Like-
first time? Oh. I didn't even need to use my hero point. That's too bad. Anyway, well, thank you actually for
Valentine
that was-
walks because it's the final check. Valentine walks in the mirror. You hear Reginald talking, and you just
I gotta move it. I don't know. I can't.
32 with the
Oh,
skeleton.
32 with the skeleton. That's exactly right. Thank you. Okay.
You walk up, and you on the side of the mirror kind of feel there is a bit of a warp. Oh, go for
Wait,
it.
okay, so I'm walking up, walk up to the mirror, and I just walk right into Reginald, and he goes like, ka-shink, against and the glass goes, click! I'm like, R.
MD, as you're on
Thanks
your
for blowing
last
my
year
brain.
fighting these dogs, you suddenly see both of their forms start to distort and pull. Almost like, those like Halloween projectors, how they kind of streak through a fog cloud? They start doing that. And then both of them are pulled and ripped opposite directions, along with the one next to Edelme, as the three of them warp like light around, bending at each of these corners, and launch back into the surface of the mirror as the reflective surface of it turns into flat gray slate.
I'm going to reach into Reginald's bag, because I don't really have one. Oh, I know, I have my adventures pack. And I'm going
What are you doing?
get my adventures pack and tie a rope. And I'm going to tie it around Reginald where I can see. And then it goes invisible. So I get another rope.
No, please stop. Please.
As you're doing that, MD, the mustachioed leader of the skeletons here, nods approvingly. As we knew you could. We away. And he bows, and the four of them just sink into the ground.
Farewell, handsome.
What number was that on the
12?
I hope we
Handsome
always
Ganker.
roll 12.
Okay, Handsome Ganker is number 12 on
Canonically,
the roll.
Guys.
that skeleton was just handsome Ganker.
That was just Handsome Ganker.
Let's
And
hold
three of
hands.
his best friends.
Let's hold hands and set our intentions that every single time
Every
we get
single
the
time.
bottom under, we
I
always
don't
roll
know what
12.
else is on there.
I know.
It's like,
That's the best
I
roll.
didn't read the list.
We've seen the bastard ass doll for the...
MD injured, many of you wounded by simply meeting the gaze of these creatures. The ground level of the Mysterium falls silent, save for your own haggard breathing and the occasional drip of orc blood onto the stone. It's here as we take our moment to heal and recover. We too will take our midstream break. We're going to stand up, stretch our legs, grab some snacks. Feel free to check out some of our partners down below the video player if you're watching live. Discount code UGT show gets you some deals with every single one of them. And hey, if you've made it to the midpoint here, if you like Lovecraftian, I promise this is a horror campaign, and also funny skeletons sometimes, give us a follow. It's the best thing you can do to help the channel grow. Show the algorithm that you're liking the content. And we know the algorithm is about 5 years from running every facet of all of our lives. So I want to be in its good graces. Don't go too far, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. About 30 minutes ago, give or take, Prototype, using the incredibly effective tool of Reginald's face, was able to disable the mirror
I got you.
that had pulled the Hounds of Tindalos into the Mysterium.
Hit my pride.
There has not been a sound in the halls since then. But you had retreated back up into that sanctuary, that sensory deprivation chamber, that spherical room up at the top level, just in case, to tend to your wounds. As you're wrapping up, ensuring that MD is fighting fit for whatever comes next, let us go around the table and briefly reintroduce ourselves.
My name is Brett, and I'm not the great investigator that I wish I was. My face does a better job than me, and I play Reginald Sagacious Fox.
I'm Sully, and I play Edelme, the itty-bitty gnomish witch, currently pumping some magic into...
I'm Colby, and I play MD, the full-blooded orc rogue, and as magic is being pumped into me, I reach into my pocket and I pull out a little stuffed camel and hand it over to Edelme. While you were asleep, we got souvenirs. The little tiny stuffed animal. Camel.
Edelme's eyes will light up as soon as she sees that, and then she'll kind of like, sort of like puff out, just like, yeah, it's cool or whatever.
I'm Bryn. I'm playing Prototype 47, a automaton that is incredibly impressed that exactly Reginald's face was the way to open that, or to unlock that mirror.
I'm Marcus. I play Marius the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger, and like any good nerdy tabletop gamer, I'm currently recovering from the large amount of damage I took from making eye contact with something.
Just another Marius romance arc failed.
He's really good.
He's mixed with so many women, and now he can't even make friends with a dog. He just looks at it and takes 52 slashing damage. But as MD is restored to full health up here in this spherical room, you haven't heard any sounds from down below. You haven't heard any more hounds or anything else really moving about the halls. The latch was open just in case something appeared so you would be aware. But it still seems to be silent and still.
During this time, I think it's best to kind of fill Cammy in. It's not like we're super rushed. We think that we caught up the Lowls and Mun. They're at the bottom of the Mysterium, which is the building that we're in now. They triggered something, and the whole place has gone to hell. We were allowed access, and we're going down to see if we can't catch up to them and potentially fix whatever's happening. That was part of the agreement.
The agreement?
Let us in. They wouldn't let us in otherwise.
We also cannot leave until we have completed this task.
We're
Or
locked in.
But you made a deal with Lowls?
No, we made a deal with the people who run the Mysterium. Lowls and Mon are at the bottom messing something up.
Oh, okay.
What was her name again?
Elder Thier.
Remember when we went through all the doors and we kept ending up at different times, we caught up to one of those times. The lady in the hallway. Not the ghost.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, the lady in the hallway telling us something about triggering something.
Good.
Yeah, she's the one that let us in.
Okay.
And some stuff that you'd be better off explaining about time magic and temporal events, and it all went. I'm gonna be honest with you, I blanked out during that entire explanation.
It's not really worth talking about. You're pretty much all caught up. Here's where we're at.
the statue.
You don't get it either.
It's
You don't get it either.
There's some crazy stuff about having to turn heads on statues to get to the
Yes,
next floor.
we
And
do need to do
each
that.
floor
That's
is
the perfect
crazier.
explanation.
And at the bottom, we're somehow meeting a steward from heaven that, like, guarding the Necronomicon, and will kill anything that gets in there. But somehow we're in some.
Yeah, he takes better notes than me.
He gets it.
That's
Okay.
this.
But they're here.
They are here, yes.
They're here.
Okay.
There's no way for them to gotten out.
Probably.
Well,
There's only one way in.
possibly
We
dimensions.
know, yeah, there are many things at work.
I'm just gonna go on the assumption that they're still here.
So
Oh, and they have
pretty
one
much
of
it's
the-
we have to keep going through to get out.
They probably have one of the big, like, main elder people who kind of, like, oversee the Mysterium. They probably have him, like, with them, and we're trying to get him back.
we're supposed to find them.
Right.
I do have a question. Should we open all the doors on this level, or just continue downward?
Knock yourself out.
I mean, if you want to be thorough, I guess.
Yeah.
Do we
Why
want
does everything have to be so
thorough?
hard?
Do you want to be thorough?
I assumed we were going lower in levels.
There's so much weird stuff in here. It might not hurt to,
We might find something that can help us.
You had passed in the fight to infirmaries with labeled boxes of healing supplies.
Perfect. This man over here, our medic.
Yeah, we saw that.
I think we do be thorough.
Yeah.
I will start opening doors.
Same.
Yeah, the worst thing that we'll find is just something else that we
Another.
have to kill.
Or another dimension.
Well, hopefully not.
Or another dimension.
Or another timeline.
As you head back downstairs, making your way to the ground level, there are a lot of doors. What are you all doing? Are you all seeking, looking for things? Is anyone scouting? That says recalling knowledge. I mean, that's the face of recalling knowledge.
What's our big brain over here?
So Adelmay's thinking.
I'm gonna go to that medic. What is it? Vending machine?
I'll give you seeking.
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 I guess seeking. We'll
Seeking.
split up
We'll
games.
split
Seek
up gang.
squad. All right, seekers. Everyone, roll me a perception check.
Hey, finally.
Hey!
35. I rolled 12 on the die.
It's a 40.
34.
I am
25.
Legendary perception.
Couple of things. With a 35, you would notice that in the northern hallway of this ground level, not only are there 6 doors, opening all of them would reveal small study rooms. The same with almost all the doors on the southern end. These are just chambers for small groups or individuals to research. There is actually a 7th door in the northern hallway. Immediately next to the corner, there is a small secret panel that opens up one of the few blank spots of walls anywhere on this floor. Inside is a private little studying chamber, hidden away from, well, anyone who doesn't know it's there. It seems to be a storeroom. There are a lot of very simple magical supplies, blank spell books, a packed up alchemist lab in a crate, a wide assortment of vials and glassware for experiments, and a huge stash of wands that look to have had their magic overcharged and burnt out. But there are quite a few things of value. 3 very powerful scrolls you would find in this southernmost small little chamber. Who's ready for stuff? I see you getting pencils. It didn't make you a little note card this time because it's only 3 of them.
I'm ready.
The first is a scroll of Discern Lies. You would get a 10-minute buff to be massively better at detecting when someone isn't telling you the truth. It is a +4 bonus. It's humongous.
Whoa.
The second, something called Telepathic Bond. This spell would allow 5 creatures to be linked telepathically for 8 hours.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And finally, that's not the big one yet. A scroll that looks the simplest, looks the plainest. Seems like it has the most power, the strongest signature on it when Edelman would take a look at it. This is a scroll of Word of Revision, but it is a 9th level Word of Revision.
Ooh.
This scroll is interesting for 2 reasons. 1, it's very powerful. 2, it can be invested. It's a spell that's cast as a reaction. If you invest the scroll, you can cast it as if you had it in your hand. You don't have to have it out to be able to use it. But it functionally allows you to rewrite the briefest amount of reality. As a reaction, you can pick up to 10 targets.
10 targets!
That have failed a save, critically failed a save,
Whoa.
or been reduced to 0 HP.
Whoa.
And undo that.
Whoa.
No way. That's
Whoa.
crazy.
If they failed, it's a reroll. If they critically failed, it's a regular failure. If they were reduced to 0 HP, they were reduced to 1.
For 10 people?
It is 1 effect.
Yeah.
So it's got to be like, the only way you'd be able to use it on multiple targets is if one thing hit all of them at the same time. It's not
Pretty
like
much
that
if you
guy
go through a
failed last
TPK.
turn, he died 2 weeks ago, and like, but I mean, that's not exactly uncommon.
Right.
Ooh, okay.
That's so cool.
Like when we just open doors that explode.
When you open a door, it explodes. You can rewrite all of those moments. But it is a single. These are all single scrolls.
This is like the Matrix from the Transformers the
sloppy
movie.
and very
It will
shiny.
light our darkest hour.
+4 buff to why you lying.
Why are you lying?
Reginald,
Yeah.
as you head to these infirmary chambers and start pouring through the cabinets, you can see that in whatever happened here, strangely, this top level, there are clearly some signs of fine that it happened before you, but there are no bodies. There's no corpses on this floor. There's just the occasional dark stain of blood smeared across the wall or the floor. These cabinets, however, look like they have been largely pilfered, but there's still a good amount of usable resources between the 2 of them. There are a total of 3 scrolls of restoration at 4th level. That is, it's like a 1 minute or a 10-minute cast. It's not like an in-combat thing, but that's dispel a condition. That's get rid of clumsy, enfeebled, stupefied, or drained. It reduces them by 2.
You can't cure stupid.
You can cure stupid.
Cast
Finally.
it quick.
Or it can even attempt to counteract the poison if you have like a long-term one, because it's a pretty long cast. So most poisons run their course fairly quickly. If you have one that isn't, it can work on that too.
Okay.
As well as 2 greater healing potions that appear to have been missed. A greater is 6d8 plus 20.
Dang. I put
pretty
the
good.
other scrolls on the scroll page.
We say 68 plus 20?
6d8 plus 20, yep, 2 of those.
My man is kitted out with potions.
Yeah.
We have so many potions.
You got potions on potions on
We got
potions.
potions on. We bought.
And yet still you into immediately ferocity in the first fight.
Yeah. Well, I was by
I
myself.
wasn't paying
Who
attention.
rolled the 40 something? Was it you?
I rolled a 40.
You rolled a
I
40?
haven't rolled anything.
You rolled the 40 on perception.
Yeah.
You also, as you were looking through these chambers, would notice that in the northeast, the top right of the bigger rooms, so each of these 4 quadrants is kind of a similar thing. They're a large lecture hall, a classroom, attached to a suite of studying rooms of various sizes. On the southern end, they are larger studying rooms. I guess it's kind of the same on both sides. You can fit like 2 to 4 people in there. The very, very southernmost rooms, those tiny ones, are bathrooms. Believe it or not, there are bathrooms on the map.
Whoa!
Finally.
That's
No way,
I
dude.
see.
I thought if they're gonna be
Those-
locked in,
Those are bathrooms.
Hold on, guys. I got
We've done it!
Yeah, we found the bathroom.
Northwest, another larger study hall. Northeast, same thing, another study hall. But for the 40, looking into that one, it's a little bit off. There
Something's
are
odd.
some signs of fighting in some of these.
Something's odd.
Very odd. Some signs of fighting in some of these. You definitely think this. That's odd. Is that there's no corpses or anything on this floor? When you had found like a. Sorry, I was specific about that. The fact there's no dead bodies anywhere.
We still haven't found a corpse closet.
But this northwestern study room is strewn about with books and papers in a way that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Even if there had been a fight in this room, they would have had to been fighting by ripping pages out of books and throwing them at each other to have this level of just chaos throughout the room. And there is a slight shifting and shimmering across the pages of some kind of latent, barely perceptible energy. You were told before you came in that the Mysterium has an amount of not just wards, but peculiarities, some of which they haven't been able to deal with, and some of which may have been warped by the things that are happening here. You think it's very possible walking into that northeastern classroom may activate something.
They activated something?
No, you might if you were to walk in there.
Oh, like trigger like a trap or a magical trap or something like that.
I'd say we don't do that.
Would you like
Oh, I'm just
to
walking
walk
through the
in?
halls, and here I go to go check a room.
Just and well, hold on. This I wouldn't just
What?
dive into anything. They have this place is tricksy, so
I'm magic.
yeah, exactly. And this specifically, this area is not. I don't think we want to go into this one specifically because, yes, this could be trapped
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, where?
everywhere. You see the chaos,
Everywhere?
like the whole chaos of the whole room. Do I feel like there would be like a reason for us to even go into here?
Not particularly.
Yeah,
Unless you wanted a bunch of loose paper.
yeah. It's just
There could be
if
magic
we
paper.
There's
need
entire
to,
closets
this should
full
be
of
the
that.
last case scenario. We need to keep moving this. I don't think this is really.
Notably, you have found throughout
Dirty
3 of
paper.
the corners of this floor and the midpoint of the western side 4 brass-headed statues. You can see them all on the map. They're all freestanding. Each of them the carving of an angel. Each of them the carving of an angel with this smiling metal head.
Do you want to go turn the head of the angel now?
Would you like me to?
Would you like to?
Sure.
Then go do it. I'll get this one.
Is there a direction?
Pick one. Your favorite.
Perfect. Going to walk and stand in front of a statue and really think very hard about which is my favorite direction and which way I would turn.
I'm gonna go to another one. Let's turn it.
As MD
Which
walks
direction?
up, well, prototype is thinking. MD walks up, and grabs one of the heads of the statue, and pivots it. There's got a bit of resistance. It's kind of hard to do, but it feels more like a mechanical resistance than one of age. The head is certainly intended to move. Takes enough force that a simple bump or accidental push probably wouldn't do it. But knowing what you're after, swivel it all the way around till it's fully backwards, and you feel it, hear it, click into place. At the very northern end of the floor, there is a valve, 5 feet across, circular in the ground itself, a giant iron gate with 4 angel faces around it, smiling, looking upwards to the ceiling, mouths open in grins.
What was this building originally used for?
As you hear this statue click, you hear a similar click from that valve at the northern side.
I want to recall knowledge on religion. I want to know, because this is obviously a religious building. I mean, Nephis, obviously. Should I do that? It's not war.
I'll just tell you, it's what it's always been. This is one of the oldest buildings in Kathir from long before Kadira existed. And this was a massive headquarters of a sect of Nethesian worshippers, hoarding knowledge and artifacts. Nethys is a god, and the connection seems to be somewhat clear, but it is odd, as Nethys isn't often associated with heaven.
Yeah, I didn't think angels were Nethys' vibe.
Prototype, you eventually turn one of these heads. The rest of you get all 4 of these clicked around. Each one, as they click backwards, you hear a corresponding click from the valve at the northern end of the room. But once you've turned all 4 of them, you go back to take a look at this gate in the floor. It's still closed.
So there's 5 angels at that gate?
No, there's 4. There's
there
4
is 4.
on the 4 around the edges of the floor, and then 4 around the edges of the valve.
Oh.
Can I investigate why it's still closed?
I'll give you a nod. The 4 angels carved into the corners of this gate in the floor, not really corners, it's a circle, but like the cardinals on the floor here, are all smiling open-mouthed, which is every single other visage around here. They're all happy, they're all cavorting, but they all have their mouths closed. These are the only open mouths depicted anywhere on the floor, and that's just weird that it's different, and it's all 4 of them.
So what, we gotta close the mouth?
Well, it's not just that it's open. It's not just carved, like it's open, and then there's just like the back of the carving is an actual hole.
Right.
Maybe
Put your hand
they
in it.
are thirsty.
Maybe they're thirsty.
I put my hand
Maybe
in
they're
one of the
thirsty.
holes.
Hey.
I doubt they're thirsty.
You point that out,
What?
that their mouths are open.
Yeah. It's like, their mouths are open different from the rest of the
Kind
statue.
of stick one of my hands
What are
in
you
the
doing?
mouth and feel around.
Feels like spaghetti.
You stick your hand in and you feel around. It's a surprisingly large opening. You can fit much more than just your hand in there. You can reach in almost all the way up to your elbow. It's about 2 feet deep.
Why are you still
inside
going?
that- Smooth, polished metal inside.
Do the other ones open up, or we gotta put something in there? Maybe.
Do we have water? Do we have basic things or just some water?
There was a bathroom. We can go use the
Yes.
sink.
I have another emergency ration of water in my traveler's bag.
I'm so glad we brought
I
that
think
forward.
maybe we should try some liquid down there.
If we can.
Maybe.
I don't know if there's anything else we can put in there, or any big stanchions.
Are the mouths big enough that if I tore off one of the heads of the statue, shoved it down, it would work?
They're not quite that big, no.
Oh,
You can
okay.
fit the opening is big enough for you to pretty easily.
It's not
put
for
a
us to
hand
destroy
into,
the statue to throw
but
it in.
The opening of the mouth is probably at its widest point, like
Oh, maybe.
4 inches, 5 inches wide, and then the width of the mouth is like 6. So you can pretty easily get an arm in there, but not a whole lot more than that.
They didn't tell you guys anything else
No,
about
she
the
just
angels?
said turn the heads, right?
They did say we would leave a man behind
Well,
when traveling to the next layer.
What?
no, that was just so they can open the doors again. The doors are able to be opened by one person, and typically they would leave someone behind because the doors close by themselves. There's no way to open them from the other side.
Hey, Seekers, give me perception checks. While you're poring over this, trying to find an answer.
Adelmay's gonna try and fit all 4 of her limbs into
33.
each angel head.
40.
Spread across the thing. All right, well then, never mind. Adelma
No
looks
way!
across the top of this.
No, that was
Puts
the
one hand in each, goes to stick her foot in one, and you feel your toe brush against something. Something solid. There's like a pillar inside one of them. But your boot's just kind of hitting it. You can't get your foot all the way in there.
Okay.
You scramble around and look and see that the bottom left mouth has a tongue. Rough, coarse sandstone extending out from the bottom of this chasm a 1.5 feet up, arced at its tip almost like a handle.
I pull it.
To pull it. Y'all just kind of watch. Just kind of stick your toe in there and hug.
I got something.
Yoink! And as you pull it,
Got your tongue.
the iron grate, the whole iron grate splits in half and slams into the sides of this portal, revealing a pit 70 feet straight down.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
After a
It's-
few moments, with a grinding sound, metal stairs begin
Okay.
to emerge.
I was like, I just
thank
jumped.
goodness.
I just
If
jumped.
you had given that a second longer,
I know, I was like,
somebody
let's
was
go
going
find
down.
It's like wait.
Forming a spiraling
There's still more noise
staircase
happening.
that leads deep down beneath Kathir.
I got it.
I'm proud of you.
Good job.
You're very good at this.
I put the
Right.
water back in my backpack.
We're gonna need that later. Good thinking, though.
Yes.
We got to remember to hydrate.
Hydrate. Well, we gotta remember to hydrate. You two, I think, are safe.
We heading down?
Heading
Yes,
down. Me in front.
It's a very, very narrow path,
Do we have a
winding extremely tightly as you make
Yeah,
your
right.
way down. And it's really not built for like 7'8" orcs. You,
6'8".
6'8".
I'm
Okay,
short.
Still huge. One turn of this is like the level of the stairs is maybe 6.5 feet apart from each other. So one turn of this would be at the level of your neck as you're walking down the other. You have to crouch way down to get
I'm
in
used
this.
to it.
I have an idea. I have a shield if you would like to slide down.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. What?
No.
All of us.
No.
Is it an open invitation?
No, it's not.
It's a. I didn't ask you.
Here is my shield.
We're going down the stairs.
Too bad we
more.
couldn't put you in like a little gnome ball that we just like roll you all the way down.
Dude.
It's gonna
Hamster
get down with
ball.
extreme brain damage, but you will get down.
A
If you
monkey
get
ball.
down before the rest of us and there's something bad down there, it's going to take us a moment to get to you.
But you
I can
are,
hold my own.
you are
It
the
is so worth it.
and would benefit from sitting down.
It is a very good thought. It's a very smart thought, but I think I will walk.
Cammy could ride on your shoulders.
Adelme.
Ah. Adelme could ride on your shoulders.
Fine.
All right, I get up on his shoulders. I take the shield. I go back down. I'm gonna slide down the stairs.
No, it's sitting on the shield with Adelme on my shoulders.
This could end badly.
I want to slide down.
First
You
of
This
all,
is
can't
going to be
stop me.
the loudest thing it's ever had. The stairs are metal.
Yep.
You have a metal spiral staircase, and you are going to immediately just start slamming this shield stair by stair down an incredible. It's not going to slide. You're just
Nope.
going to have a slightly controlled tumble.
But we do have a seatbelt. We've got rope in excess.
Yep.
By
What
the
are
end
you
of it-
attaching it to? Like,
You
it's-
just like
handles.
I imagine
okay,
it would be
well,
like
the shield's going to be attached to you,
So
but
I'm,
like,
I'm
that's not.
extended out, right, and then I'm just gonna tie. I'm not bigger than the shield, probably, especially if I'm sitting down. I got my feet out, and then I wrap it around the bottom of the shield. I just tie myself on there. Boom! I'm not going anywhere.
This
Yeah.
is going to be
There's
so
no-
quiet.
It's 70 feet. What could
You
happen?
hear.
Out of nowhere, like a little cartoon character, Greenie just pulls a little flight glock out over his head, and I see him in the captain's position.
You immediately-
I'm gonna be the big spoon.
You immediately. The sound of Cammy and the shield definitely more just falling than sliding down a
Falling with
70-foot
style.
spiral staircase. This is like 20 uninterrupted seconds of Cammy falling downstairs.
Alright, well, let's keep
How
going.
long can you play that effect?
End of the cat.
The rest of us, I guess, are walking down.
Eventually, Eventually, the rest of the party makes their way down.
That's the steps.
That's each step.
Cammy,
I
How's
hope
the
you,
shield
you,
book?
you catch up. You get to enough
Broken.
speed that it starts the metal on metal starts to spark. So you start to
That
see
might
the
say
light from the bottom.
it's what the break threshold. It's
No,
definitely.
this is a daytime shield, I think.
Oh, it's fine. Actually,
Yeah, I
It's
forgot. That's
great.
what we bought her.
Yeah,
if
it's a
anything, the
great
stairs
shield.
are broken.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
why we bought it.
She came to my house and this is what we. I was like, let's get you an adamantine shield. AJ won't care.
Adamantine shield, absolutely. There would be dings in the side of the shaft where the shield had slammed into it and bit out some of the stone.
Oh god.
Adome is the first to spill out in a daze at the bottom of this.
Super 5-7.
And
Won't
you
do
would-
that again.
We need to add airbags.
You would arrive
What are airbags?
at the middle of a four-way intersection of gray slate walls. The second level of the Mysterium is in the bedrock beneath Kathir. It has gone deep. Like the floor above, the hallways are lined with shelves of arcane oddments, but these seem to be a little bit more esoteric, a little bit more valuable. The tomes on the shelves, rarer, many no longer printed in common, many in languages you may not even recognize. And the angels are no longer just gracing the fronts of the doors, but carved in relief all throughout the hallways in 1,000 different expressions. No longer this uniform merriment of the floor above. They peer out from behind bookshelves, peeking around corners, their eyes almost seeming to watch you as you dizzily stumble around this intersection. The air is cool here. It's much cooler than it was up on the top level, and you have that scent of ancient paper and leather mingled with centuries of burnt candles. All of the stone is coated with a very thin, sooty film. And before long, imagine MD first, rushing as hard as he can, followed by the rest of the party, would come down to grace this lower landing. Not too long after you all arrive at this intersection, you would hear that sound of metal grating on stone again, as the stairway that extends down 10 feet to the floor spirals itself back up into the shaft, and the rest of the stairs recede into the walls.
Maybe a little less smoothly now.
Some catch.
Yeah.
Little clanky. A couple of them get a little stuck.
Is there now like a 70-foot like hole that's just going straight up, or
Yes.
is it, okay?
There is no corresponding valve on the bottom, but you do see the light from that top level pinch away as the two halves of the valve come back together. There is a 70-foot shaft with a couple of jammed stairs, errantly punctuated throughout it.
Is there light down here?
There is, yes. It's a little dimmer, but that doesn't bother any of you. And it, just like the floor above, it just kind of permeates the whole area, coming from no visible, obvious source.
Before anybody moves around, I want to ask, since you said that there was like a film of soot over everything, are there visible footsteps on the ground?
Possibly.
And he's not even an investigator.
There may have been, but this floor here is much less clean than the one above. There aren't just streaks of what must be the lifeblood of various stewards of Mysterium sprayed across the walls. You can see corpses in every direction. Bodies of stewards, much like the 6 you saw outside the Mysterium, are strewn throughout the halls.
What kind of injuries do they have?
Huge assortment, but mostly look like they have been crushed.
Crushed.
There aren't a whole lot of bladed slashing injuries. There are several that are almost completely flattened, and quite a few that look like the color has just been sucked out of them. Their faces are stark, pale white.
Do we know of anything that would crush foes right now that we've actually ran into?
You've seen super recently, I don't think. You could hear a sound in the distance that sounds like rubble and scree. And every now and then, every few seconds, you feel a slight tremor in the floor.
Which
I-
direction is the sound coming from? Or is it just echoing
Can't
all
tell.
around?
I look at the ceilings. Does the ceiling appear to have like blood on it too?
Yeah, chonk chonk.
No,
Chonk.
it's not quite that severe. But the walls and the floors have certainly not been spared. Now, as your footsteps question, you can't really see footsteps, but I'll give you one better. There are smears through the soot and the blood that looks like something just slid or was dragged across the floor. It looks like it moved pretty erratically, and it looked like it was 5-6 feet across. There's some overlapping smeared trails through some of these areas that imply that either something was dragged around a lot, or more likely, quite a few somethings were.
Can I figure out like recent and what kind of blood it is with like a medical?
Give
Okay.
me a medicine check. You gonna be thinking instead of seeking?
Yeah.
Okay. And you as well, Adelmite, because you're thinking too. Give me
Medicine.
the occultism or medicine.
That is a
They're gonna give you different kinds of information.
35
Medicine?
for medicine.
All right, I'll do occultism. Can I sniff the blood?
Sure.
Okay.
the blood.
Can I get
It's
the
hard to
plus
not,
2
actually.
circumstance
Yeah.
bonus for that?
I'll give it to you.
Okay. Just calling back to
Hey,
the blood
negative.
transfusions.
So Reginald, right, you can smell blood types.
Yeah.
Reginald, we established that. Reginald, you, the nearest corpse is maybe 15 feet to the south. You, looking from here, it looks like it has been crushed to death. Do you want to move closer?
Right. But like, how did it move? Like,
It's 15 feet away.
but like you said, there was like with the
Oh,
blood
the
streaks.
slides,
like,
the
yeah, like,
slides.
did something drag it that way, or was it like the walls moving? And
I'll give you the 15, was it 40,
35?
35? I'll give you that it looks like it probably wasn't something dragged. There's no footsteps going along with it. You'd still be able to see a little bit of something. It was something moving itself.
Before anybody moves, I want to voice concern that if it looks like there's a path, then it might mean that there's also a dangerous path, and we
Right.
might either want to follow in whatever direction these things were dragged.
And at
Or
that
completely
exact
avoid
moment,
that.
as Marius says that,
Oh no.
you see a shape emerge from the wall on your right. It has a face that looks like it has just been ripped down. Its eye sockets dragged down almost a foot, its jaw down nearly to its chest. But the rest of its body is largely formless, almost like a huge, cloaked man reaching out through the wall around the corner, and you hear a deep, guttural laugh emanating out from it as it turns to look across the group of you. Everybody roll me some initiative.
For what it's worth, I smelled the blood 39 good.
Got a 22.
be positive.
Be
25.
positive.
Where do all the 40s go? The fear has come.
38. It's close.
Was somebody scouting? Okay. 30.
36.
Alrighty. I've got 2 villain points left. I'll use one. What's your initiative's a lot, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You got a pretty sizable. I'll use my man shot point. Man shot would appreciate this. Hero pointing, just having a horrible thing go first.
I don't appreciate it.
They're the same number.
Nice.
And it is going first.
That's gross.
It's a 31. Which is going to put, actually not by a lot, but it is going first. As this thing emerges from the wall, whoop, it's clearly not a physical form. You've met enough spirits and ghosts and dealt with that enough times to identify this is some kind of incorporeal specter, but it's massive. You feel tired, suddenly exhausted, sore. Everybody make me a fortitude save.
I'm loving these fortitude saves.
I rolled a 1. The hype
Oh
train
my
doesn't stop
gosh.
here. I'm just gonna spin this for a reroll. I feel it taking over me, and Indy kind of like just slaps himself in the face. Wake up.
39. Sorry.
39, regular success.
Gonna use this one. Thank you. You've been helping me so much.
I'm also going to use a Rokusan's point.
Look at all these hero
Dang.
points.
I rolled 29.
Oh my gosh, I rolled worse.
29 total.
Oh my god.
Regular failure.
37.
Regular success.
I have to figure out if I'm going to use my last one. No, you know what?
43.
I'm just
Can't
gonna.
double use it.
Critical success.
I'm not gonna double use them. There you go. Because you can't. Duh.
Yeah, you can't hero point, hero point.
What is So what was it? Fortitude.
Yep.
That's a 22.
Critical failure. MD, you are drained 1. Reginald, you are drained 2.
Oh, drained.
And
It
you-
sucks.
You see, all of you see MD and Reginald kind of falter. Reginald especially literally stumbling a bit. Color starting to drain out of him just at this thing's presence. Now the wall where it came here, the closest thing to it is prototype. You are a weird rock. It's going to look past you, and it's going to look at MD, and it's going to look past you, and it's going to see a tiny little target. And from where it is, it's just going to reach this hand out past MD,
No.
grabbing towards Edelman.
No.
Woo.
Oh, I don't have my reaction.
Not yet, no. 33 to hit.
That just hits me. That'll just do it.
Does it have cover?
Oh?
It's incorporeal. Cover will stop.
Hey, man.
You're going to take 21 points of negative damage. It doesn't claw or swipe at you. It just touches. And I need you to make a fortitude save.
Okay. Okay. Let me just, Okay. I'm writing down my HP, and then I'm gonna do... No. I'm nervous.
Uh-oh.
It's
nervous.
27.
Drained 1.
Drained 1.
Oh, this is gonna get out of hand
And as
really
you see,
fast.
Edelmay turn a little bit pale too. You can literally see, like, that color in Edelmay draining out of her, swirling up this thing's arm, and diffusing into the specter itself. And it grows a little bit more solid. And it's just going to reach, grasping for her a second time.
I love how it gives us the drain condition and makes us do fortitude saves.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
And I lose
Reminder,
those
the
HP points.
drained reduces your max HP by your level, and also reduces your fortitude saves.
Your
So
max
you're-
HP, or you lose that
It's both.
HP, right?
Both.
Okay,
So
yes.
you're right. Your max and current HP will both drop by 13 from being drained 1. 26 for Reginald.
Yep, I know.
And that's a minus to your fortitude save.
What's the minus?
Scott!
Minus the level of your drain. So drained 1, you'll have a minus 1 to your fortitude save. At drained 2, you'll have a minus 2 to your
Minus 2.
fortitude
Okay,
save.
got it.
Second attack.
Oh my gosh.
As
Dude,
you
a second attack.
kind of
No.
cower and shy back from this, you just got arranged a second sweeping grasp as it reaches towards you. And it laughs again, turning its hand around almost to look at it. All is lost here. Your fate sealed, as all ours were. It's going to recede back into the wall fully.
So it
As
does.
its third action.
It didn't hit me
MD.
a second time.
No, that's not the one. MD.
It's I'm gonna take my turn. I'm going to recall knowledge.
Excuse me, you're not allowed to be a 0. A Sane 221 with a hero point.
Someone loves me.
I thought you were in trouble.
I thought I was in trouble too. I'm actually going to recall knowledge, maybe using religion.
That would definitely be religion. What's your modifier?
21. And I'm a master in religion,
Ooh, master.
if that matters.
From the effect you've seen is quite clear. The effect you've felt is quite clear. This is a wraith, or a form of one. One of possibly the most dangerous types of... Well, it sucks that there's common incorporeal undead in Galarian, but of the common ones. Wraiths do exactly what you've seen so far. They drain life. They drain soul energy. They drain the very essence of the positive energy that keeps a soul affixed to the mortal plane out of you with a very touch. This bolsters them. The more they do it, the more they sustain themselves. They are always found deep underground in crypts and catacombs like this because their greatest weakness is the sun. They cannot go out in the sunlight at all. But they are almost impossible to deal with because they are very intelligent, very sadistic and vindictive, and all they do is feed and kill. There is absolutely no reasoning with the Wraith.
Now it really sounds like Sodapon's comment.
Yeah, it really does.
Am I right?
Sounds like my ex-wife. Am I right, fella?
Worst
Nice.
is that anyone killed by a Wraith almost immediately will become one.
Yeah.
Now this seems like an exceptionally powerful Wraith. But, like, you already, I could give you the rundown on Incorporeal. It doesn't have any special weaknesses or resistances outside of that. So I'll give you weakest save is Fortitude.
I don't know what to do.
This is scary.
It's hard because, like, everything I can tell you, you just saw. It just did all the Wraith things.
I mean, knowing its weakness is fortitude, knowing its weakness is sunlight is great if we had a way to replicate the sun.
You could just bring the sun down here, you'd be good.
There's spells that burst sunlight.
There are. You have any?
I don't. I'm not that high of a caster. I'm a rogue. I can't steal the sun yet.
I got a villain place in Azentrock.
I wish you didn't.
Thank you.
I don't know what to do.
Oh no.
I'm going to use 2 actions to prepare a strike.
It's good that you went first, but this is a reminder. You can use 2 actions to ready 1. So you can use 2 actions to ready a swing when the Wraith reveals itself, or any other kind of 1-action attack that you could levy against it, because it's not ending its turn out in the open. You just won't get a turn to attack it. Reginald.
Let me check really quickly.
Find it.
I am going to do that, but I'm going to back up. I'm going to back up 15 feet.
Which way?
Backwards. West?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, right there. And
As you start to move down the hall...
Oh gosh, I
no.
died.
You just die right away.
You can start to see into a room at the western end of the floor here. What looks like a concentrated library of books almost uniformly bound in red leather. And it looks like there is an intersection here that goes to the north and the south. And most importantly, in almost the center of this room is a brass-headed statue.
Got it. Okay, note taken. I'm going to do that use my next 2 actions, because I just moved, to ready a crossbow attack. Do I get devise a stratagem on this?
So that's a separate action. So if you...
If I didn't move, I would have been able to
devise
devise.
your cases.
It is Muns, and
It was like what's in the Mysterium or something.
it was something with the Mysterium.
Yeah, the fall of Mysterium, or like the wards of Mysterium, or whatever happened to the traps. Yeah, the rate's not going to be either of those.
Can I then undo that and just not move and just...
I'm trying to think if you could... I'll look it up later. I'm gonna let you use an action to devise a stratagem and then 2 to ready the actual attack. I'm not sure if that's something you can do, but I don't want to look it up right now, and I'll give it to you.
And take away my movement? That's
I'll
fine.
give it to you. All right, so devise a stratagem, my friend.
Okay.
You're not locked into your other 2 actions, by the way.
Oh!
Roll
That's
this.
cock.
He's cocked on a 20, dude.
Just
Okay,
roll
I
again.
can just do it again.
Are you okay?
All right, buddy.
Hey, Jin's not in the club by herself anymore.
Just to be clear, that was a 1 in 400 chance.
It's not a campaign until someone gets so excited they take the shit over
In
Now we're playing Pathfinder.
That was the deal with the devil. To get 2 20s, you had to roll a crit failure in real life.
You know what? Hey, at least I finally get to use
You got
this.
Westcott's too.
I do have, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Which one? That was so great.
So then 2 actions.
And I could have hurt
for your
myself so much
actual
more. I'm
attack.
almost
So,
40.
Do you have your crossbow or your cane sword out?
Crossbow.
Crossbow? So you've got a 20 loaded. As soon as that thing... Is your crossbow magical?
It has runes in it.
Cool. All right, it sounds like, I'm going to be real sad if it isn't. All right, as soon as that wraith emerges, you've got an action loaded to fire at it.
Oh man.
And then...
You
That's
earned
good.
that, dude.
And then,
By the way, I'm awake.
We'll get to that.
This
'Cause,
thing?
Yeah, once it hits, we'll get to your bless too.
Oh my
Edelman.
gosh.
The back of my leg hurts.
Are you
Fine.
okay?
Was it worth it?
Emotionally, no. Physically, yeah, I'll get over it.
You worked so hard, dude.
I'll feel it
You
tomorrow.
really... Nobody's
He's
ever
ready.
worked hard.
I've been
Perfect.
rolling
Well.
so bad.
All right, my turn's easy. I'm scared. So, therefore, after just getting some of the life force drained out of her, Edelmay kind of stumbles forward, laying a hand on both Marius and MD. Here you guys go, little buffs. You get heroism. You get stoke the heart.
Marius. What level's heroism?
It's so it'll just be a +1 to.
It's already
everything.
disappeared. There's no way I could say I hunt prey on
You
it.
can't. Yeah, that's the difficult part of Ranger. You can ready to hunt prey once you can perceive it.
Still
But
I thought hunters
Hey,
just
that-
know it exists.
that's true. You say you know it. You know it's there. So
Yeah.
like you're. Yes, right. You can hunt prey.
Yeah.
I'll
But
hunt prey. And then can I like recall knowledge on or basically I want to investigate the floors more to make sure with the path of things being dragged and crushed if it appears like there might be like a safe path we have to take, like if there's a pattern or anything to the movement.
okay. Make me. What was it? 10. What would this be?
Survival.
Survival's great actually. Maybe a survival check.
14 for 36.
The 36, it looks like whatever it was has gone each and every direction. Back and forth, sometimes almost just sliding into the walls on the other side of these relatively narrow hallways. It's moving completely arbitrarily as far as you can
I'm
tell.
so scared to
Okay.
move backwards, by the way.
In that case, I'm going to just, I guess, move.
You do one action?
Yeah,
I'm just saying, just one action.
move north
How far?
to the corner.
As you move up to the northern end of the room, you can see another small library, another intersection, and another brass-headed statue. Prototype.
Well, statues it is. And I'm going to at the end of this east hall, does it look like there's like a doorway and not actually an open hallway?
The east hallway looks like it just continues to yet another intersection. All of
it is,
these
okay.
do.
Okay.
You're kind of a central nexus of this floor, it looks like.
Okay. Can I raise my shield and then walk? Or is
Absolutely. It's in fact smart. You should.
I would love to do that.
All right. That's really good because which way are you going?
I'm gonna go east.
You are the first person to move while you're actually in range of this and trigger the attack of opportunity as
okay.
a hand comes out from the wall, just swiping towards
Perfect.
you. So it is, while it's in the wall, you have full concealment. It's hearing you pass. So it's 50-50 mischance, which it passes, but that 18's not hitting you. It's rolling to get past the blindness. And then
Now
it's
it's gonna
hitting
roll
you.
like a 4.
Probably.
For sure.
Roll 1.
It's like a 4. It's going to be a 4T.
40. That does not crit.
Does not crit. All right.
We should go. We should go.
We're trying so hard.
26 points of negative damage and a fortitude save.
I forgot. I actually have something later. I gotta leave.
Oh, nice. Let's see here.
Personal schedule.
That's 39.
39 will succeed. So just the damage.
Sweet.
And that doesn't interrupt you, so you can keep moving. 10, 20, 25.
Yeah.
And as you move down to the eastern end of the hall, you see this doesn't lead to a library like the north and the west. This is just a blunt intersection of two hallways. North or
There's-
south?
No. There does not seem to be a statue. I will continue with a question mark at the end, looking back at the other people.
Continue.
And as he
Sure.
says that, you can
going.
feel another one of these tremors rock through, and you hear a very deep thunder. Like a massive amount of stone moving or cracking. It's just on the other side of the wall in front of you.
Oh! Okay. I will continue. I say now, walking super stiff-legged. I guess I'll walk south.
Alright. You continue down to the south, turning this corner and exploring more of the second level of the Mysterium.
It was nice knowing you.
You make your way to yet another smaller intersection.
Oh my god, this place is huge!
This is much larger than the floor above.
Holy cow!
You might not want to go too far.
As you get around the corner and look, you see two things. One, there's a smaller opening on your left. It's only 5 feet wide, as opposed to the 10-foot hallways that have intersected so far. But the wall and the doorframe there looks like it's been burst apart. An incredible force just struck straight through this and through rubble and stone all over the floor through that smaller gap. To your right, in the wider hall, you see something else.
Oh no.
There is a pink mass
Oh no.
about 6 feet across, just gently kind of sliding across the floor.
Oh no.
It's a mass of pink, viscous flesh and eyes, just studded across it, almost at complete random. And as soon as you step up to the corner, you see it twitch and rotate and extend a tendril out towards you, feeling the ground in your direction. You have 1 action left.
Well, because I shielded and then I walked.
Oh, that's 2.
Yeah,
You're there.
that's it. That's
All right,
me.
fair enough.
That's me, fam.
Oh no!
You won.
I won, guys. I found it. Not to worry.
Now the source of the slide marks.
Yay.
Hooray.
I don't think you're stealthing around the wraith.
The specter emerges once more from the wall into the southern hallway, seeing MD and Reginald before him. Reginald the closest, it will simply reach out an almost gentle hand as this face, this jaw ripped almost down to its chest. It tilts its head and it just slides, this spectral image before you.
Do you want to shoot him?
Wait, do I get to shoot him?
Now we get to do some things.
I was gonna say like
You get to shoot him, and you
I'm out of range.
aren't in range to swing. But you get to shoot him with the crossbow.
yes, with a critical hit.
Hold on.
Then you'd be in range, right?
A sequence of things may happen.
Am
here.
I correct?
Yeah.
I would like to play Watch Out There, Bud! Reposition an enemy 5 feet. They have some variety of misfortune befall them. They are knocked prone, suffer your level in damage, and must spend 2 actions to stand instead of 1.
Ooh, that's so good.
But I would like to put him in MD's range.
Okay, so it's knocked there prone in the corner.
And he'll take 13 damage right now.
As this weird, as it comes out, you see as it comes out, it takes 13 damage. I'm not even going to apply its ghost resistance down.
That's from Handsome Ganker, so thank you.
good
I've been
work.
waiting for a good chance to use that
13
one.
damages. It comes out. As it emerges from the wall, behind it, you see something start to spread. A yellow sort of growth right around, almost silhouetting it as it comes. And the thing shudders and starts, and that yellow growth, this carpet of mushrooms and moss, pulses and shunts it out onto the wall, forcing this thing down onto the floor as it kind of spirals. Then, we're going to start with MD, because we're going to have a series of events here. MD, you are up first.
Yay. I'm going to roll for
You
my...
ready first.
I'm going to roll for my attack.
Ooh, nice.
13 on the die, so it's a 39
This one
plus 1, so 40
from
total.
Heroism.
40 will hit.
40 will hit against his flat-footed.
40 will still hit.
Okay. He's immune to precision damage.
Absolutely.
Hit him good,
No.
please.
6, 8, 16.
Okay. So I'm going to take some of that.
Yes, sir.
Where'd you get a card
And
from?
you see
I want to use this immediately.
what is it?
I'm just hungry. I want to have a little snack. Thank you, Scout from South
God,
Dakota. You're
I
giving
even
me a
got to
little
tell
snack.
you about that. Yeah, that little thing. Okay.
I am actually very hungry.
What?
Wait, what?
In the middle of a game.
What?
Dude, what?
That's a card?
Have a little snack.
Have a little snack. I've never
Does
had
it do anything else?
And I regain 2d8 plus my level and hit points.
Here I'm playing party just getting a cookie? I'm like,
Can we get the? Can
And the thing is,
everybody see it?
nobody else can have a cookie. That's the other thing too. It only is the guy with the card.
Scout the Scott.
That is so.
That's so funny.
I'm back at max health.
God! Thank you for the hero point. Immediately he gets a cookie, I guess. And then
That
he
I
is
regain
so-
6 because I'm
Cool.
only down by 6. But
fair enough. That's cool. Okay,
Oh.
so you see as you
Dude.
strike it, the energy between this fall and your strike, the energy, this like color it kind of had shimmering across it, it drained from Edelmay dissipates, and you do a little bit. Reginald,
Critical damage.
well, let's start step 1. What do you do?
When I see it, I shoot it in the most weakest
Attack
looking.
of opportunity.
He gets attack of opportunity because I'm.
Shooting
gonna-
a ranged weapon in melee.
That's fine. Hopefully, I hit it pretty big.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Do I get to? Do I get to
Well,
roll my damage? Or you roll
probably.
your damage?
Probably.
What do you mean probably? I roll.
If you attack it with the crossbow, it will be. If you attack the rate, it will be a 20.
I attack the race. What do you mean? Like, you mean like it hits me?
He's gonna try and cancel it.
Why would you try and cancel it?
It's gonna be a 48 to hit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's actually a that's a critical
That
hit.
disrupts the triggering action. So as you raise the crossbow to fire,
This I need a good lawyer to shut this down. This is garbage. I basically rolled 2 natural 20s.
2 people in
Because
chat clipped him falling on his butt.
And you're getting rid of it?
it's a 46 because he's prone. Does that make it not crit?
It's still a crit because my AC is 34.
Then as you go to aim, this hand reaches up much quicker now, passing through you, and your arm just curls and shudders, and this bolt just fires off into the ceiling.
You know what? You're just
It's-
not a good person. I thought AJ
No,
himself.
I didn't use a villain point on this. I am a good person.
You didn't have to use a villain point. You just strategized well and hurt me.
The dignity that he lost when he fell down. Just
Hey, your next attack is still a natural 20. So you still got that loaded up. It's just not right now. Your stratagem is still there. You just got a little punked.
devastating.
Hold on. It's not as bad. Yeah. It's not quite as
Just
bad.
remember, when you hit that fort save from this, it's going to be at a -2.
Yeah, minus
if
2
you're
on the fort
drained.
save. Yeah, you get a fort save at a -2 because you're in 2.
You need to run.
You fall out of your seat.
Run and still shoot him as I'm running.
Yes, you need to
It's
run.
only the crit is 32 points of negative damage. It's not the damage that's killing you.
Yeah. Although
It's
that's nothing that's enough.
the fact that it is just
32
stealing.
points.
Your essence.
No.
Does he have to make another check?
Sure does.
For
Every
fortitude?
hit.
Fortitude save and at a -2 because you drained 2.
Every hit.
That's disgusting.
Fortitude. So that's a 13. That's a 32, 31.
30
30?
minus 2. You're doing 2.
If you weren't drained, you would have
Oh
made
yeah,
it.
32. Yeah.
But with a 30, you are now drained 3.
Oh, jeez, dude.
You need to go
You lose it over
fast.
another 13.
And then prone, it is going to take the rarely seen crawl action to slide 5 feet back into the corner.
Who's
He
seen
better be
that
standing
before?
up in that wall.
Well, he's gonna.
I
have
never got to
he's,
take-
He's still prone in the wall.
I
Yeah,
never
with
got
2
to
actions.
take the action of
You did. It got disrupted.
This is so.
And I didn't lose my critical.
You still have a 20 loaded. When you attack the wraith, you will get a 20.
I feel like I'm alright.
And don't forget to lose 13 more hit
You can
points
use a
on
melee
it.
weapon. You can draw your sword and do it with that. Like you got one loaded up. MD. From the southern hall, you hear incantations, spell casting, from what sounds like multiple voices.
Oh no.
Reginald, we need to.
Pick me up.
I could pick her up. We're going somewhere dangerous. I hope you know that.
Wait,
You pick her up. You have 2 actions this turn.
And he's
Slowed one hits you immediately. Haste hits you next round.
Yeah.
Actually,
the-
slowed hit you next round too? No,
slow
slow takes
hit
off
me next
immediately.
time. I spend the action to pick her up.
That's fair enough. 2 actions regardless.
We're running south, I guess. There's spellcasters down there. He used his reaction.
He did. Is that up?
Yeah, thank you, Reginald. As it is, I run past you with candy in my arms.
My back of my leg is bleeding.
So as you move down 30 feet,
Physically,
you come
under
to a
the
corner,
desk.
and you see this same pink blob here at the side, reaching out towards the opposite corner. But as you come around, you see it twitch again and send a feeler out your direction, feeling the tile towards both of the corners.
That's gross.
I curl up my feet.
You have 1 action.
And the hallway keeps going south.
It continues. This is another intersection. It keeps going south. Yet further. But it does, where's my map? It does take a corner. You can see a corner just at the edge of the vision there, where it looks like it only turns one way out to the left.
You're away from the wraith. So we're going to keep going south. We got to find the angels.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout if you find another angel. I just yell through the hall.
Keep going?
Yep.
All right. And as you move down to that far corner, several things happen.
No.
First prototype, you see this pink mass turn around and start to slide away from you, the opposite end of the hall, down towards where MD just ran by. MD, you turn a corner into a barricade. A pile of shelves, tables, furniture toppled and cobbled together haphazardly into a wall, separating this hallway you're in from the chamber beyond in absolute utter chaos. There are 6 people inside this room, shimmering with magical auras and effects, each of them wielding a glaive, some of them with lightning crackling from its tips, some of them embers and motes of fire. 2 near the back seem to be injured already. 1 is sat down, 1 hand around his side, his glaive on the floor next to him, 1 hand ready with an incantation of some sort. All of them are wearing the same outfits, the same leather hooded cloaks and armor as the Mysterium stewards outside and the corpses strewn throughout the hall.
Maybe friends.
And as soon as you reach this corner, you both kind of freeze. We'll come back to this. Reginald.
Oh, what?
I realize how spread apart we are, and like this is not the best strategy for survival. Everybody being alone.
Okay, with the classic trigger every encounter at once. Let's go.
I will pull out my what is the cane sword? So that's ready to go for whatever attack happens.
20's loaded.
20 is loaded in both cases. And I will. I think I'm gonna head up. Gosh, I feel prototype. Basically, I'm trying to pick between prototype and Marius to like which one.
Well, you see Marius. You don't actually know.
Well, I know you went up and around the corner.
Yeah. I flew out.
Yeah,
Or not flew out,
you
but,
ran around the corner and out of
Yes.
sight. You see Marius at one end, you see MD and Adelme at the other. And you see them kind of freeze.
When I kind of know that he's always good with like range and kind of getting away and not getting hit too often. Shoot, I'm going to actually head straight down the hallway towards where I saw prototype go.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And actually, can it take me up 1 and then moving over?
Okay, it's going to take you 2 moves to get to the corner.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. And then
1 action left.
scratch that. Do 1 less move, and I'm going to. Actually, no. Do that move, and then I'm gonna put on what's the forbidden ward or whatever the heck where
Forbidden ward.
All right.
I get +1.
Edelmay.
Yes.
As you
Ready
come to
to
this
go
corner
for
here,
attack.
as MD runs up around with you, you suddenly are faced with blades and magic both from this half dozen Mysterium guards with panic and fear in their faces. They step forward towards the barricade as soon as you arrive, and then look at the two of you. And the one nearest, the woman, is just, "Oh, the nine hells are you?
Are you guys?
Get back!
No, we're chill. We're cool. We're cool. We're just trying to
Get back!
No, we're trying to say that we're trying to get to the bottom. It's fine.
Are you with them?"
No.
And the one next to her says, "We can't know. We can't know.
No,
Leave!"
we're not though. We're not. Listen to me. It's, here, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna scramble down MD. Kind of keeping an arm out, towards them. And I'm gonna be like, listen, we're just trying to get to the bottom here. I woke up like an hour ago. But I understand that there's
The
something
woman
really
just put her
freaky
hand on
going
her.
on.
I'm not listening. No.
It's okay. Look at me.
Fulminatum!
No!
You see her pull her hand up, and lightning crackles through it, and you yell no, and she just clenches her fist.
Empathetically.
Okay, empathetically. It's a great time for that. It's my birthday.
It's my birthday. I'd like to. I would blip out, but I'm actually just really trying to not have to
Diplomacy.
cause a fight here. So, where does it go? Where did my dice go? No.
Yo, dog.
Where's my dice? That's crazy. Anyways, new one. That's why we got these. I don't know where I put it. All right. Empathetic plea is on this card that I haven't picked up in a long time. All right. Diplomacy check.
It's time.
Which
Diplomacy versus their will DC.
So, my diplomacy is a little better than it used to be. That's a pretty good roll.
That's a pretty good roll. It's not a bad
Pretty
roll.
good roll, and it's exact.
Pretty good.
An 18, and my 36.
Right as she goes to complete the spell, she stops. Just leave! Find your own sanctuary!
Okay, we'll leave. We're just trying to get rid of some
You
of this
hear
stuff.
a squelching noise kind of approaching behind you. They're coming back. The beasts are returned. You brought them here!
Not on purpose!
And the one next to her just claps her on the shoulder. We fought them back once, we'll fight them again. They've not broke the barricade. Ready your arms, men!
We can help! We can help! We can help!
What can you do? Can you fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Do this motion. This like look.
I'll give you, if you want to take unaction, I'll give you unaction.
Mm-hmm.
Because this has been...
Well then, I will take... Well, here's what I'll do is actually... I'll take the action to climb back on top of... And that doesn't inhibit you in any way. When I
Slow,
do.
makes me
slowed
slowed
one.
one.
You're both
Oh.
slowed one.
That's
Okay,
fine.
then I'll just take it to sustain.
Okay.
Do I get
Marius,
10 HP?
at the north end.
Yes,
Starting
you'll
to
get
hear
the 7.
both
You'll get the
seeing
You
everybody.
hear these they're shouting.
Yeah.
They're really far away and very much down the hall. And by the time it echoes down the hallway, it's just garbled voices to you. But you hear shouting, and one of those voices is definitely it.
Even before that, just
took my
seeing
dice.
everybody kind of going in other directions and starting to hear stuff, I think I'm just going
I
to
don't
go
remember
straight down toward them.
My bad.
I think that's probably going to be 2 movements to get. I've only got 30 movement speed.
30, you can get to 10 feet away from Edelmay. So
and-
you could rush down after him, and you can see this blob making its way over.
If I've been able to hear any of the shouts by the time I get down there of like kind of what's going on, I think I'd want to shout like, "We were sent by Elder Fear. We're trying to help find Elder Lythine." Just to kind of try to convey, if I can like understand that it sounds like these are
Okay.
the what are the names of the people working there.
And you hear the woman kind of start, and someone from the back, who hadn't spoken before, says something. The man turns back and looks out to the hall. He can't see you past the barricade. No, I don't know you. We can't trust you. You could have taken that information from the minds of those you've slain. I don't know.
MD, do you have the badge?
We gave the badge back.
Crap.
I have the key.
We had a badge.
I have the key. I have the, like one of the keys to get in. I have to use an action to dig it out, but I do have the key.
Yeah.
Here, will come to Blob.
The blob. Makes some
Blob!
tremor sense.
Blob, 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 blob. With his little tremor sense, is going to make his way over to do Blob stuff.
Now he only has 10-foot movement, right? 70?
Oh man, they just
It's between those two numbers.
He was laughing.
dude, they
no,
just
no,
got
no.
the floors waxed. He's
Is he
faster.
really slow or he's really fast?
Whoa!
It starts to slide across the floor, gliding its way, kind of switching its fixation as another set of feet pound down the hallway in front of it to the nearest to Marius. And it is going to reach up with this kind of feeler pod it has in front of it, reach up, and it will extend, stretching out like taffy as it shoots to slap and loop around you.
Great.
It's going to be a 29 to hit.
Yes.
Is it completely fails? You shut this off. It's it's going to give it another shot.
Squelch.
It's worse. You're able to see this thing approach, and what looked at first like eyes aren't exactly eyes. They're little clear pustules that are just sunken into this thing. Each of them with a little black core and a strange viscous liquid inside them, looking almost like eyes. This thing is a pile of flesh and rot. Prototype.
You see the air start to vibrate. I actually see, I can look behind me and see Reginald kind of running up behind. And then I look down the hallway that was next to me, and oh, hey, look, there's all the rest of the party. And then I'll see this little squelchy thing go by. So the air starts to vibrate around, and I am going to try and overdrive. This works so well all the time.
Historically.
Ooh, actually, that's great. Okay, so crafting 26 plus 12. Yes, I'm good at this. Maybe. I don't know how to do that. 26 plus 12.
26 plus
38.
12 is 38.
38, that's how you do that. I even messed up on the calculator.
That's a regular success.
Yeah, I was like, that's not how that works.
Was it?
It was not, actually. It was a failure. And then I'm actually going to overdrive ally. I don't have to be next to them.
Okay.
I think. So I'm going to overdrive ally, and I will do that within, choose an ally within 30 feet. And so you're just going to get, you, my Marius.
Way
friend.
outside 30 feet from Marius. It's
Oh, is he?
just Reginald.
Oh, okay.
Marius is probably like 45 feet away from you.
Ooh, Reginald also has a loaded 20.
He's got a 20 locked right now. he's just waiting
Whatever's
to hit the slot
happening.
machine.
Okay, so Reginald, he is buffing himself, and his buffs are like so incredibly effective. He doesn't know what's happening exactly, but the air is shimmering around him. He feels
He's got
the
a cock
presence.
20. He's got magical robot energy. He's like,
I'm like angry. You never see me angry.
Yeah,
I'm like-
the presence, his sheer presence is just like
He's got
flying
aura.
up.
this is like you have the perfect shot. You just can't get it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm going to actually shield just in case things are happening.
Okay.
That took a lot.
At this initiative here, I'm going to have both the Wraith and the Mysterium guards, where a couple of them will see this slime come around the corner, and the guy will just yell, "It's back! Fire!" and quickly incant a spell and fling a handful of fire just straight past the group of you, almost hitting Edelme towards this ooze. And the woman next to him is going to do the same thing, throwing a bolt of lightning. They clearly do not care at all if they accidentally hit you.
Okay.
They just
That's fair.
immediate response firing at this thing.
I get it. We've been here. We've
Two of them are going to launch.
We were in the asylum. You weren't there for that part, but
Two of them are going to hit. Wow, okay, they're both going to land that. That's wonderful. So what do you got, Mr. Blobo? I've lost track of my 100 sheets of paper. There's so many sheets of paper.
it's AC 0 and weakness to everything 100.
Oh, you're right. That's what it was.
I clicked
Okay.
the spoiler link in the Discord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the thumbnail was.
Uh-huh.
It's just the stat block.
All right, both of them, the jolt and the little handful of fire, are both going to hit. And you're going to see that neither of them seem to be particularly effective. It resists both decently well, just almost kind of absorbing them. But the fire is going to flicker across. It is going to burn. It is going to take this jolt from the lightning. It's taking damage. It just resists everything. The Wraith itself is going to slowly pull itself back onto the corner. And see everyone is kind of left and pivot around just into this hallway, looming fully in front of Reginald. His head just kind of cocks to the side.
They can run. There is no escape. None of them did. I am patient.
Just look at you. He had to take 2 actions to stand up, so that's all he's got. MD.
I'm going to use an action to fish out the key to the Mysterium and just toss it past the barricades like we were let in. And I'm going to go stand next to Amarius.
Alrighty.
I don't know what this thing is, but I hope I can cut it. I'm going to swing down on it.
Let's go for the cutting.
Can it be flanked?
Yes.
Okay, it's flat-footed because of gang up. The better question is it immune to precision damage?
Yes. Is immune to precision damage. This is just a blob.
It's all immune to precision damage. I'm getting pretty good at calling it. It's a 35 total.
35 will hit. 35 will hit. It's 5-footed.
Immune to precision.
And what do you swing at the razor?
Yeah, the razor.
Doesn't seem to resist that at all. The slashing damage seems to cut through the bulk of this thing very efficiently. It's not weak to it, but it's taking full damage. 14.
14. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Reginald.
As he says that, right, he's looking at like a grayer looking fox because he has been like drained.
3.
Yeah, pretty bad. And he's panting and he's like, we'll see. And then he takes a shot. I take my shot. I finally get to take my shot with my crossbow bolt that automatically hits. Please.
Natural 20. It crits, and you get your bless. So with the bless, flip the green card over. Pick your favorite flavor. If it says dies instantly, that's triple damage instead. This is...
I think it should die instantly.
Now, for the devising strategy lasts a turn, so you still need to, like... You get the int from devising, but it's devise and shoot, so I have 1 action left after this. I will let you keep the 20. But I'm pretty sure at this point you should re-roll it. But I'm not going to rob you of that beautiful 20.
I fell off a chair. But the back of my leg might be bleeding.
You earned this.
I don't want to check.
He actually lost his leg.
Yeah.
He's one leg. I can see it. He's like got 1 knee down there.
Normally damage critical effect, the target is dazzled. The critical effect of the target takes 1 persistent bleed damage.
Wait, so I just choose one of these?
Pick one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it has to be, like, if I'm doing...
No, pick
No,
one.
we say pick one.
It's
or
supposed
triple
to be
damage.
Yeah, triple damage is pretty good.
Triple damage, do
Triple
it.
damage is pretty good.
Triple damage,
Triple
yeah.
damage is pretty good.
While I'm already critical.
Triple damage is pretty good.
So...
Alright, so roll your damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna. So it's so far it's 2d6 plus 3, so that is, that's 9 with that. Then my devise a stratagem.
That's precision damage.
That is that bad?
Incorporeal doesn't have any precision to precise.
Yeah, you don't get the
So it would just be nothing.
No, it's 9.
It's the 9 triple.
Tripled, so 27.
Well, plus the 4 is also tripled. So you get a 4 extra damage from being overdrive.
Oh, plus that apparently. So 39. 39.
9. That's and then my devise a stratagem.
You know, it's precision damage. You don't get that. He doesn't take
That's
precision
all
damage.
just not happening.
It doesn't have anything to precisely strike. That's what we're saying. Your damage
It's just your
is
crossbow.
9.
Yep.
You get plus 4 from overdrive ally, so it's 13. That gets tripled to 39.
Did you add your int to that?
Do it.
You do get your int bonus to your damage.
Yeah, did you add your intelligence? You know you add your int when you do those attacks, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I just did. It's 2d6 plus 3. Like, is that
your int is 3?
No, so
Your
it's
int can't possibly be
2d6.
3.
It's 2d6 plus 3 plus his int. That's not including his int. That's just a normal bonus to damage.
I'm gonna say like 50, and we'll figure out why the numbers are right later.
Well,
That sounds good.
I mean, whenever I do devise a stratagem, don't I just do like 2d6 plus 3, then 40?
You should be adding your
46?
int when you devise stratagems. That's like the point of the ability.
you
is
add
that
5
that's how
extra
you do
damage
damage.
to your damage.
You
So
do
it'd
your
been 14 plus
you get
4.
your
19.
modifier, and then you get the strategic strike
Yeah,
damage.
his-
Oh,
his
so
index.
it's more. It's 15 plus. So it's 9 plus 6.
Yeah, 'cause
so
it's
15
plus
plus
6.
4, 19 times 3.
19 times 3 is
57.
Close.
57.
You were really close with the 50 damage.
Yeah, I almost.
actually, yeah.
I was almost.
So
there. Okay,
basically, the
7 higher
2d6
than I
plus
said.
3 would then be also plus 6. So basically, it's plus 9.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The plus 3 is always.
So 57 damage.
That's pretty good.
I love precision immunity. You said it was rare. It didn't come up very often.
Not flying ghosts. You have one action left, Reginald.
As
you see-
not to damage.
As you see, whatever. I'm not doing. We'll move on. I don't care anymore. You get this shot. This bolt rips through the magic imbued in the bolt by your crossbow, ripping away an Innocuous Wraith's essence as it just sort of staggers. It looks down at this sort of wispy hole you shoot through it, and this long grin back up at you.
Well, as he looked down, all he sees is me take off running.
You let somebody see some dance.
I was like, I saw him like going
Like the
so.
little bongo sound that they use in a cartoon.
So Looney Tunes, he has to reach back and grab his hat.
He was
floating
trying
in
to
the
look
air.
all epic and slow, and we were talking about that as soon as he like
Go
looked away, he was like, gotta go.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to sustain your stroke. I'm not going to forget this time. Can I even get to that guy anymore? They seem like they got it handled. They
Find
probably
all
got
the
it
ghosts.
handled. I probably can't see him realistically.
The ghost?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
the pink guy.
Yeah, it's like 6 feet across. It's pretty big. You can.
Okay.
It's a huge pile that they're
Okay.
fighting, and it seems to be almost mindlessly just like reaching and trying to wrap around people.
All right. I look over to the group of survivors, and I'm like, listen, I swear we don't mean any harm. We're going to take care of this thing for you. Just, like, don't even worry about it. Hold on 1 second. And I'm going to go over there, and I imagine what this looks like is that Adelmay is going to kind of get down on her haunches and sort of reach her hands through their legs. As she kind of looks around for something to target, and she sees a little shadow dancing on the wall. Malicious shadow.
Malicious shadow.
Malicious shadow.
And make some kind of a save. Yes.
It's gonna. No, I just make a
Oh right.
strike.
No, you swing. Or you do hits. She gets the hits. This is how she blesses herself.
I imagine that the baseboard gets pried off. The shadow of the baseboard gets pried off of the wall. As it go, whoosha! It's slashing. I know that works.
Okay, that's smart. We found a working tactic.
Here I go. It's not terrible.
I can't see it.
It's
but
a 12.
It's not terrible. 35 to hit.
35 is a hit. You
This
did
isn't
it.
even so hard. I'm going to
She's so
that
good at
I
this.
almost just reached to grab for the D10s that I used to track my health. I wouldn't have remembered what it was. It's 3D.
Would have been something.
Yup. All right. It's 3D10s, and it'll be that plus. My ability modifier is 6. So let's see. Let's go 13. Plus the 2 is 15. Plus 6 is 21.
Ooh, okay. It's bloodied.
I did it. Really?
She sustained and cast a hex spell. So both of us get the temp HP.
Hey.
You feel it's just my elbows bumping on your guys' legs.
It's so
Just little
invigorated.
sparks fly off. Just like, is that okay? Sorry.
Yeah, it got whacked by 2 Mysterium guy spells and a slap so far, so it's bloodied now.
Woo!
That brings us to Marius.
Did you sustain Stoke?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I didn't forget you this
I
time.
pull out my short sword because we're close to things now. Do I get flat-footed or is it just you? Okay.
Hang up.
And Stoke is 5 now.
And I'm going to just add start with hunting prey, and now I'll have both the wraith and the ooze, and I will try to hit it with a short sword.
Slappy, slap, slap, slapper, slap.
Slap.
You have quick draw?
Yes.
So then it's one action to draw and swing. You swing as part of the action of drawing the sword.
Sorry. That's a 17 plus 26, 43.
That's a crit.
Hooray!
Now they may be immune to precision damage, but they're not immune to big meaty hits. So
I don't have those.
you do.
Big meaty hits.
So you do get a crit.
My crit spec on this. Another low roll.
But it's double.
Six.
It's 2 low rolls.
36.
That's not that bad.
That's not that bad.
And what's the
And
short?
then
That's door.
sword. The target is off balance.
That's the flat-footed.
It's
Just
still
inflicts
flat-footed,
flat-footed.
yeah.
That's
Then
how
that's
death's
flat-footed
door
for
now.
everyone.
Let's try another hit. A 2. I don't think that's gonna hit.
One more
Probably
hit?
not, no.
You got one more.
He needs the ranged weapon too.
Yeah, hump
Because he had to
right.
hump
Oh,
right.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna use my reaction
Hey!
that I have.
Here
but
we
it's-
go.
Rogue did the thing. He's doing the thing.
I'm gonna opportune backstab because he is flat-footed, so I don't have to be able to actually hurt him with precision damage.
Add your +1. These are the 2 boys I buffed.
It's an 11 on the die, so it is 37 plus 1, so 38.
It would have gotten an extra 10 from the Stoke the Heart as well.
Ooh, extra 10? Okay.
Yeah, that,
30
assuming that's doubled.
It's working.
38.
It's working.
It's working.
38 crits. It's flat-footed.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm a part of this, right?
You are part of
This
it.
is all your damage.
It's all
This
my
is all you.
Hey,
You're the cheers. I'm
Cheers.
Thank you.
I'm
Just
once
so you
again,
don't look, I'm hacking.
once again, I'm trying to do math.
No, put that monkey
Good
head in your
sound.
mouth. Thank
8
you, Nebula.
plus 2, 10. Thank you, Nebula. 10, 14, 16, double 32. Slashing damage.
So the two of you, Marius riding a sword, you coming down with a razor, as well as this shadow slashing through it, cut this thing into ribbons. This small, well, not really small, this mass gets sliced and shredded apart. It's not an ooze. Not really. The oozes are like one contiguous medium. They pull themselves back together. They split. They recover. This isn't that. This is a creature of flesh. It just doesn't have any discernible organs or weak points or anything even inside it. There's no blood. It's just a mass of this pink slime and these pustules. A stink, like a rotting log, exudes out of it as you slash through it enough times for it to fully fall apart before just leaving a heap of this infected meat on the ground. And the woman at the barricade immediately calls out, They struck it down so quickly! Yeah, one of the small ones.
Oh no.
Hey,
Ooh.
hold on a second. That's rude.
Prototype.
I glance. Suddenly, there's a fox right next to me.
I know you. Yes.
I know you.
You are remarkably quick. And as I can see,
Alright.
basically the energy vibrating around you, I'm going to just reach over to your crossbow and just tap it a little bit, and the energy vibrates across your. It's just like an electric current that goes through your crossbow. You also now an action of D6 fire damage. so
Oh, good.
You're carrying this fight.
At
So-
that, you feel another shudder. It's a little heavier over here, and you hear the sounds of broken rubble and scree flying through a hall just on this other side of the wall next to you.
Great.
So this only happens with my crossbow?
Yes. Do
Okay.
you want it on your sword?
It doesn't really matter. It's all piercing. It just seems to not to do much.
You're having a rough
Well,
day,
it's
man.
okay. You just have to crit.
You just have to crit.
Easy for me.
And then I'm going to look. Is the wraith still a problem?
Yes. Absolutely.
You see the shoulders slump a little bit.
You thought I could take that by myself. That's crazy.
I did. And I'm going to.
Utmost hate.
I'm going to walk up to the corner, look around. Yes, it is still there.
Just looming in the
And-
middle of the hall.
And I'll be like, with my the black holes in the head in my head just kind of light up, and it goes pew.
None of us see this.
Well, he does.
Nobody will believe you.
No one's gonna believe you. What happened here? You're not gonna believe this.
She shoots a laser out of her eye socket.
Yeah,
Just-
laser eye socket, just a tiny little
That's
laser.
interesting.
Anyways,
Hey, Starfinder now.
yeah.
Starfinder's trying
That's
to
when
fight.
Edelman tried to build a laser
That's
pointer.
not
Presentations and the
very
That'd be
banner.
easier to explain the ritual.
So
You
that's
can just be like, right there.
That's a 28.
28, as you shoot the laser down the hall, the wraith kind of shifts over to the side, and the laser just burns a small little black mark on the side of a bookshelf past it, and 28's definitely not going to hit.
Is the wraith still a problem? Did you take care of it?
I look around. I did not hit the raid. Unfortunately, it is still a threat. And that's my turn.
That was sarcasm.
The wraith, in that same movement, as it kind of drifts to the side, is in an instant going to simply be at the end of the hall. It turns and just, it's just there. It moves with an incredible speed and swipes out towards you.
Right.
So, you're already, you drained. Are you drained at the moment?
No.
Then first you have a fortitude save just from its presence.
Okay. F15. Fortitude. 36.
You're all right on that. And then it's going to reach out, attempt to swipe you. For a 47 to hit.
That crits.
Make me a
47.
fortitude save while I roll some dice.
Oh, you're doing great, kid.
Yeah, we're doing great over here. 39.
Succeed.
Can't steal my soul. I don't have one.
You do.
But you are going to take 46 points of negative damage from the swipe. And then it is going to flit back into the wall at the side of the hall, drifting back to the stone again.
I am patient.
How are you feeling?
Dog, what's the deal with the wraith?
I don't. We don't know. I don't know what any of this is.
Do you know how to fight a wraith?
Yeah. Our spells seem to have some effects, but we tried twice to mount an offense against it, and each time it simply retreated.
Okay.
When it reemerged, it seemed to be in perfect condition, as if we'd never skirmished it. It's unkillable.
That's cool. Where are the angel statues located on this floor?
You can't get to them. You won't be able to go deeper. The valve's destroyed.
Then how do we go down?
You don't!
We do.
There's a beast. It's invisible. We don't know what to do about it. It's sealed itself in the menagerie. It destroyed everything. If the beasts don't get us, this flow will collapse before too long.
Okay, is the wraith bound to a certain area of the room? Can we just leave it?
We don't know. It hasn't come for us here, but you can't come in.
I don't want to come in.
You struck that thing down quickly. You've some chance of fending for yourselves. And if you are really alive, just no mortal souls, you aren't a part of this mess, I wish you the best of luck.
You know, this isn't the first time I've heard this, and I really hate it. If I had a
You're
nickel
getting
for every time I've heard
asylum
this.
What I'm
flashbacks.
saying is,
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time I've heard this, I would have 2 nickels.
man, I hate barricades.
Marius, I'm gonna run down to the statues that you found one at the end of the hall, right?
Yeah, I think we've got two on.
I'm gonna go switch them, and then we're
The
gonna.
woman just calls, they won't work!
We don't.
The rubble covering the valve, the mechanism can't even move! It brought the wall down! We're trapped here!
Well,
There's no way out!
I'm gonna.
Can we move the rubble? I don't understand.
And then the guy just waves his hand, just get out of here before you draw more of them. Go hide with that alchemist!
What?
With the alchemist.
Where's he at?
The one who came down with Lowells, he's in the eastern side. He barricaded himself in a room.
Oh, guess what we're gonna do?
Wraith sucks. I'm going to then just use my actions to move. To the
As
end
you
of the
go
hall. Yeah.
to start to move, you come to Reginald.
Okay, I am going to, somewhat hearing that happening down the hallway.
A lot of yelling.
It's like you're a little closer than Marius was. It's still mostly echoes.
And
whenever
yeah.
it's you,
I'm gonna see if this works. I'm going to use, I think, as much movement I can to get all the way to them, and I think that's going to be my whole turn.
That's 2 actions. You got 1 left.
Well, I wanted to use the ability No Cause for Alarm, which I think it takes up all 3 of my actions.
Ah, that's true. Hey, Reginald's here. Adelme.
Hey!
I'll put up shield. I'll put up, yeah.
Give
Which
me
way did
plus one to
MD
my
go?
AC.
MD's still here.
Oh, I thought that you left.
That is his turn. Your turn is kind of
My turn was
conversating.
talking. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Gave us good information.
buckle up. I'm gonna go climb up on top of MD, and I will sustain Marius.
Marius?
I guess if we heard he's going east, I'll take at least.
I'm west. I said the wrong thing. You went west.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna
The
go.
beast is in the east with the valve.
The beast
The
is in the
alchemist went to the
east.
west.
Okay, alchemist first.
Alchemist first.
Okay, let's head north and then west. I think that'll be
Prototype.
2 actions.
What are
and-
you doing? As
yes.
Marius runs forward to scout here.
Wait, could I have used all my actions to get to them down that are barricaded?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and then I guess I don't have shield.
Prototype.
I want to have.
I'm going to. I'm going to study this wall. Is this wall like just a pillar?
This wall is literal. It looks like bedrock. This floor is 70 feet below the surface of Kathir. It wasn't built so much as carved.
Okay. I would like to cast fly. I'm going to my boots. The air
I love that
underneath.
both versions of Prototype just have jet engines. Like
Yeah.
it's the same body. It makes sense. Like
Yep. Yep, exactly. The air starts vibrating around and lift off. I'm going to take a peek around the corner, looking just a little east of here. How's it looking over there?
you're gonna
Go
fly down and
south,
look
yeah.
at the hallway at the bottom.
I want to see.
Oh, jeez. The Prototype must peek.
I
You
would like to
turn and you see it opens up immediately into a huge hallway filled with massive chunks of stone. It looks like large portions of the earth, the floor, and the roof have been ripped apart, and you can now, from here, you can hear rubble flying around and a raging, screaming voice that's almost totally drowned out by the violence of the thunderous slams, strong enough to be causing these quakes throughout the whole of the floor. There are broken bits of wood and metal bars absolutely everywhere. This room looks like it was once a host to a wide variety of different cages, cases, and containers, and there is a huge, rancid, almost alien stench emanating down the hallway.
If I have dark vision, can I see further, like all the way in or no?
Go up there, so you can just see the shape of it.
Okay. But you said there was a screaming. Is there like?
It's like a raging scream. It's
Okay.
accompanying these big slams.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
something is just going nuts up there, and it's
Ow.
strong enough to tear bedrock apart.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Well, how many? I think that was 3. That's my actions. That's me, fam.
At this, you see no immediate sign of the wraith. MD. Where are you? Are you 3 all following Marius?
Plan on it. I'm gonna yell down to Prototype that we're going west. One is to the west. Cammy is on my back, so I am
Yes, I
slowed
am.
one. So I will just use warp step.
Oh, okay. Whoa, okay.
Well,
Whoosh.
Yeah,
gone.
I'll have 3 movements of action. Yeah.
There you go.
It's 40 feet of movement.
Have you ever done that before?
You can
Yes, I have.
zoom around the corner.
Got zoomies.
Absolutely
done that
shoot
before.
into this chamber here, and you can see that it's a pretty large library. This is the one with all of the red leather-bound books that ends in a double door at the southern end. Marius, you're moving towards the door as well. Prototype, what are you doing?
Yeah, there's nothing to the north.
Wait, I was
Right?
going to do the
It
no
looks
cause
like
for
another
alarm.
library. There, if you look up to the north, you can see that there is a third brass-headed statue far back in a corner junction where these 2 hallways seem to meet.
Here we go.
Did you like skip my turn?
You're coming with them, aren't you?
No, I was going to try and talk them into some of them helping
Oh,
with
I'll
like
come
the
back
no
to you in a
cause for
second
alarm.
then.
Okay.
I thought you were all going over there. What are you doing, Prototype?
West they say to man. I will also go west. They say to man.
About the barricade, as MD and Adelmay and Marius rush off, Reginald arrives on the corner, and you're Fox, right? You said you first, kind of, Greg. You're in Fox form at the
Yeah.
moment. They would look down at you, and the woman would almost immediately just go to start casting as well.
Can I vouch for him before I leave real quick? Like, just like a tap in, tap out. Just like, this is my compatriot, Reginald.
You see again, lightning just kind of crackle. How many of you are there? What is...
5.
Look, listen, if we're all stuck down here, and I do want to use that ability to, it's like reduces panic.
Yeah, this is a perfect spot for that. Was it diplomacy?
Yeah, yes.
This is the most this is the first time I've ever seen a situation where no cause for alarm is actually super relevant.
Yeah.
Give me it.
It's attempt a diplomacy check. Do I add diplomacy? Okay,
yes.
plus 23.
Plus
Why? I'm using this. Thank you, Oroku-san.
Is that dice like particularly?
It rolled 2 20s in a row earlier.
It did.
And he
but
also had to
them.
sacrifice his life.
And his
leg.
And
the back of my leg. What? You want me to switch?
Yeah. This is the diplomacy dice. It's red for the blood of your enemies.
It's elven diplomacy. It's elven diplomacy.
I don't know how that works, but I'm using it. It was worse. It was worse.
Okay, we need green for the friendly people.
That's what this was!
No, that one's a bad green.
Roll the green just to prove to us what it would have been.
I mean...
Oh, just to prove a point.
It would have been a 17. It would have been a 17 plus 23. That's what it would have been.
No, it would have been a 40, but what did you get?
That was I have to take the new roll, right? So it'd be 3 plus... it'd be 26.
As you try to calm them down, they seem like they might honestly be beyond reason. They're not just frightened or terrified.
I know. I'm sorry and thank you.
Son, Reginald, please. This is the hero played it already. You can't do it again. But hey, it's one for later.
I'm sorry that I'm projecting. I'm projecting towards you. That was my bad. I should have said it like that. And this says wrong timeline. That's what it says. Maybe I could have used that. I don't know.
The man just shakes his head. I'm not listening to any more of this. Leave. They sense motion, voices, vibrations. You're drawing them here. Go or we'll make you.
Good luck. And then whenever I can move, I will move away from them and join. You're by yourself?
I went back to the other people.
She caught up.
So as
you're by yourself.
As you all come up to this doorway here, Reginald kind of scurrying around the corner a little bit late. It is the first of the actual doors that you found this floor. Everything else so far has been open hallways. You can see on the doors there are smears of a disgusting green ichor where something has attempted to work its way through the doors. The heavy reinforced wood is cracked and buckled in places. You can also see the gouge marks of heavy blades that had briefly attempted to strike through but were unsuccessful. The doors seem to be quite heavy. Marius, I think you would have been the first one at the door if you wanted to be.
Sure.
What do you do? Are you waiting or are you doing something?
I guess I'd be looking at to see if there's any signs of. I mean, is there like an obvious door handle? And if not,
Well, yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
has
be
a handle. It's
okay.
Big door. It's meant to be open. It's not like a.
Have they
it's not a drawbridge. Look, it's
There's so much weird stuff going on here. I want to, I guess, look for, I don't know, traps or something. I feel like opening the door is not going to be easy, so I just want to look around and see what's going on here. I can barely see. It's dark. It's 25.
You're a dwarf.
With 25, you can see the doors don't even appear to be latched. The force that's been levied against them has busted them open a little bit. The door has a lock, but it wouldn't be relevant. It's not that it is closed, it's that it is jammed or barricaded. The rest of you arrive.
Knock on the door. Hey, Mun, are you in there?
No response.
I think he's dead. You want to bust it down?
Yeah. I do.
Wait, hold on. There might be something else to possibly open this up. Is there a way I can investigate to find any, like...
I think it's just jammed.
I mean, it's...
Blow it open.
I mean, you could make another perception check, but that would still be perception.
You know what? I can't figure it out. I'm just mad at the dice. I have it's 27. I'm just angry.
Come on, Marius. Let's try to bust it.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm gaunt.
boys.
I'm tired.
Let's
I'm
try
drained.
and bust it.
Man, I am here to assist. Is there a way to open this door? It seems to be jammed.
No response.
All right. I'm gonna try to bust it down.
The athletics check.
Please
You wanna
stand
assist?
back.
Yeah, can I assist in some way?
Yeah, well, you roll, see if you just do it straight up, and then if not, we'll see if the +2 helps.
That's natural 20.
Oh my
well.
goodness.
I probably would have pulled the wrong
It's barred
way.
with an entire desk.
Yeah.
But like, MD doesn't care.
Opens it up and casually double doors.
It's barred with nothing. You're a
I
grating.
also have the magical item to just walk through doors.
A grating of wood on. You could have made the door into a door.
We go about all the magical ways to solve our problems when we forget that sometimes you just need a little bit of muscle and brute force.
I wanted to let you do this.
The
'cause
inside of this room, as you just gently shove this huge oak desk out of the way, is in complete disarray. There's a table jammed into a corner with a haphazard alchemist's lab set up on it. A few of the shelves have been completely cleared from books, and it looks like something was briefly stored there. Throughout the room, there are some chaotic swirls of various yellow hues that look like they've been finger painted onto the floors and the walls. But in the center of the room is the most peculiar looking thing. Hanging in the air, it almost looks like a thunderbolt, somewhat locked in stasis. Hanging, twitching, and vibrating. Energy visibly radiating off of it. And among the scree and the books just scattered all over the floor in here, in front of the portal is a small, square, blue gemstone, about the size of the palm of a hand.
Would I recognize any of these things?
This is all odd.
That's it. Dead equipment looks like it's Mun's. It's fairly generic, but it looks like the kind of, way he gets when he's in a hurry. The finger painting, that's new.
Mm-hmm.
The gemstone? It actually kind of looks the same as the little glimpses you would catch of the lucky thing in his pocket.
Mun, I am here to assist. The door is no longer jammed.
There's nobody in the room.
What is
He's
that?
not here, prototype.
The
Is this-
gem is his. I will return it to him.
Well-
as I walk up forward.
Well, hold on. What kind of gem is it?
It's a square blue gemstone that's laying flat on the ground. There is a white and gold inscription, a symbol, very complex, inscribed onto the top of it. One that any who had perused his journal thoroughly has actually seen before near the back.
I feel like I have. Didn't I look through his journal?
I'm sure you have.
Probably all have at this
Yeah.
point. It would be near the very end of the book. A very
A little
intricate
strange.
and complex symbol. That's the one.
Wait, do we physically have his
This is the
journal?
one? Oh,
Did you give
like
us a
geometric.
What is that?
Yes.
That's in white and gold ink, carved and scribed very perfectly into the front of it.
When did we get
It's
this
almost-
prop?
You were gone.
You were gone.
Oh, you weren't here for the journal.
It was the
You
episode.
were here for the burnt journal. You missed the burnt journal saga.
So, when we fought the room and everything was on fire and the guy had the burning journal and
Yeah.
you grabbed it and then you missed the next episode? This is the burning journal.
Oh!
we never started the burning journal. The rock looks like this. There you go.
Hey!
Okay.
Then I will go and pick up the rocks.
As soon as you touch it, there is a jolt of energy that comes out of it that zaps your hand, and a flash of blue light. Immediately afterwards, a strange noise comes out of it. It's high-pitched, two-tone, very odd. And then a ghost phases out of the stone.
Oh gosh.
It is the ghost of a woman who, other than her very strange outfit, looks somewhat unremarkable. The specter is strange, though. It's not a full body. All that you see is the bust, the woman's head, her shoulders, a bit of her torso, as it just hovers in the air, flickering over this stone. The whole spirit is bright blue, a singular color. And she turns her head and looks across the group of you. Welcome.
Hello.
This artifact you have touched is one half of a whole. Myaknian Mun inadvertently split it, activating this defensive measure behind me. And she just kind of looks towards this lightning bolt hovering in the air. Something went wrong. This trap is magical, I believe intended to delay an intruder, to allow the stewards of this place time to appropriately respond. The target was meant to be sent a year into the future. This malfunction has sent Myaknian Mun much, much further.
Like how far?
Unknown.
Aeons.
Does this person seem like, I know it's like the spectral, whatever, seem like not from our time?
The clothes she's wearing are very, very strange, and that's the only real hint that you get. There's bits and panels to this. It doesn't
being
look
an
like
actual
it's,
investigator.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it's traditionally crafted cloth. It's unlike anything you've seen. Even through this just
And plus like that, plus the makeup.
spirit. Yeah, and clearly,
conditioner in the hair.
yeah, that's not stuff that exists. She has like a full face of what would be like modern makeup.
Yeah.
It is definitely not from this world or this time. One of these things is very wrong.
Is there any kind of investigation or
That's
roll
odd.
I
This
do?
is
That's odd.
Yeah. Does she look human though, or does
She looks human.
And she
It looks
sounds
like a human
She
woman.
looks like she was born in like 91.
Cut off jeans?
I think this is going to be our Starfinder crossover episode.
We're already
Oh my!
there.
It's just Pepper.
this is literally Pepper. Yeah. No, it's like
Okay, so Mun was sent to the future.
with the other half of the artifact.
What does the artifact do?
Divine spark.
She nods. You're familiar. This is a relic that was taken from beyond time and space by a creature I believe you have already defeated. Though you were victorious in battle, that being is far more powerful than you may realize. The disjunction of the two halves of this artifact can cause a paradox, something that would require the Aeons' direct intervention. I believe you may already be on what you consider unpleasant terms with them.
That would be true. What does the other half look like, though?
There is a frame for the stone this projection emanates from. It is gilded like a gear and bears the sigil of a moth upon it. Due to your own disjunctions, you may be the only ones currently on this plane who can follow Myaknian Mun through this trap without any further repercussions. Your disjunction would keep you somewhat anchored to this time.
What is
So
that?
he-
What does that mean?
He took it with him?
The frame, yes. The core, no.
So,
Alone, the frame is a much weaker artifact, but it is meant to channel the power of this source stone, and separated across timelines as they are, this can cause problems. Severe problems.
As random as all of our timelines might be, I think there's a purpose for all of us to be together. There's something kind of special about us that makes sense.
So what does it mean? You mean
You retrieve the frame. Not you will, or you can, you do. This has already happened. You just have not experienced it yet.
and then we,
Well, what if I don't?
It is already done.
What?
There's
When-
no use fighting.
And because of you said we're anchored, so does that mean we might be able to come back?
You are disjointed from the traditional flow of time. You are not experiencing it as linearly as most mortals should. I am unable to access my network at the moment, but I believe this disjunction will enable you to return. If it does not, once you have retrieved the frame, I will be able to do so directly.
So you want us to follow Mun. Or we do follow Mun.
Well,
That's what we've been doing.
You understand.
And that's what we've been doing this entire time.
It's
You
not
have been
time
seeking
jumping.
him your whole journey, have you not? Him and that
Wow.
he travels with.
sure, I just don't really like you telling me what I do and don't.
What is the future to you is history in the grand scheme of things.
So what exactly does this artifact do when it's whole?
It is a vessel of divine energy. It is a spark of my own essence.
And
Yours.
who are you?
Cassandali.
Oh, that makes sense.
If the name is not familiar to you yet in this time, it will be later. But there would be little I could explain of it now.
So you're a god. Or you will be a god.
In a sense. I am an artificial intelligence network.
What is that?
It would be difficult to explain to you, but life, in a way that you do not yet understand it.
Well,
Okay.
I don't
He
understand.
just looks very pointedly a prototype.
Life. Well, then if a god is telling us we do something, I don't think we argue against a god.
It's more or less guiding us rather than actually telling us what to do, if that makes sense.
Well,
I feel like it's already told us we're doing it, and this feels like a big flashing sign to say we have to do it.
Would you rather remain
more or less
here,
should.
where you are?
Not really. If there's no way down or to proceed, then we should probably...
You were informed before you entered this place that there is no physical means of leaving. You cannot leave via dimensional movement, but you can leave via time. If this portal sends you far enough into the future that the Mysterium no longer exists, you will be free.
Did the elder that Mun was with go through this portal too? Is he wherever they are?
He did not. Count Hasserton Lowells IV and Miacne and Mun activated this trap together, and Miacne and Mun was the only target affected.
So where's Laos?
I am unsure.
I had to guess you went down deeper before everything fell apart.
Unable to access my network, my information is limited.
You've given us a lot of information. Do we just leave the gemstone here, or do we take it with us?
Taking the gemstone with you would create a further paradox. If it were to travel through the same portal, the loop would be incomplete when the frame returned.
Okay.
In addition, it may serve as an anchor for your time disjunction, allowing you to return more easily.
So we just leave it.
You do not take it with you.
That's all I wanted to know.
Can I do like I guess it would be like a deception check to make sure that that getting us to go through this portal isn't a trap itself? Since
That's
they
a
said that
that's a
this is
perception
trap?
check. Perception to sense motive.
Okay.
That's what the CERN lies. The scroll does. Give you a +4 to that. But it's a perception check just to see. You can sense motive on Cassandali.
It's a 32.
Seems sincere.
Okay.
Alright.
Well,
Do you want to go through or not? Do you want to chase down one or not?
only because I want to.
Yep. That's
Independently.
I will admit that my understanding of mortal fate is somewhat limited, but free choice is available to you. You may remain and try your chances here, but the paradox created would bring the wrath of the Pleroma down upon you. You have met music, yes?
Yes, I have.
If he still attempts to communicate with you, you have not angered him yet.
Excellent. I was under the impression otherwise.
Drawing the wrath of the Aeons would be immediate and apparent, and almost with 100% certainty result in the end of your existence.
I really hate it. I wish we never woke up. Alright then. We're going through. I don't see another way forward. If the mechanisms are broke, we can't go down, we can't chase Mon or Laos.
Okay.
This is the right way to go.
It's a way, it's the only way.
Okay. You're not sure how far we're going?
My network is unavailable. my information is limited.
But we do succeed.
You do.
It will present itself.
Well, then what do we have to lose?
Very well. The trap has malfunctioned in such a way that it is still intact. You should be able to interact with it directly and intentionally activate it. Ideally, your results will replicate Mun's, but over such a great distance of time, the results may be somewhat imprecise. You may not arrive at exactly the same moment as Miyaki and Mun.
Do we need to like hold hands to make sure we all arrive at the same time?
It would be advisable to interact with the portal at least nearly the same time together. As close as possible would minimize potential errors.
Like within 6 seconds.
Sorry.
Alrighty.
I hold my hand out to Cammy and I was like, well, might as well go.
Okay.
I like
This is what we're doing.
this lady. Wow, I've got my mask.
Ah.
My mask. Here we go.
Here we go.
You succeed, and you cannot incite the wrath of the Aeons yet. Not until you are stronger. Your presence is needed here later. You do return.
Thank you for that reassurance.
Okay, then.
Thank you for fixing Miyaki and Mun's mistake.
That's all we ever do is fix those mistakes. Alright.
On the count of 3?
What do we do? Is poke it?
Yeah, just poke it.
Do we jump?
1,
We don't know what
2,
Activate
3.
this.
I jump.
Holly's all reached out, empty headbutts. Everyone does something different, but as soon as you come near enough to this, it's like a black hole. This little lightning bolt has a sort of event horizon. And you reach a point where it just pulls you in. And you can see it's not just a thin, perfect line of the air, but it is a rip. It is a gap, not across space, but time. And as you are yanked into it, tumbling through a void of flashing colors and lights, the last thing you feel is yourself tumbling out onto a metal floor. And that is where we will end today's adventures.
The Doctor Who theme music starts playing.
Dude!
And next week we're
It's
playing
called Strange
Starfinder.
Aeons. Next week we're playing Starfinder, fellas.
And we
It's
do
called
go to the
Strange
dream
Aeons. You know
world.
it's going to take place over multiple Aeons. It's not just going to sit in one place.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's so cool.
I never saw it coming.
That's so cool.
It's in the title. It's the thing that it is.
I didn't read the title.
I didn't
I-
read
I-
The adventure! Aeons!
An Aeon
Plural.
is a thing. An Aeon is a thing. An Eon is something different.
The same word.
Eon's not. I don't
I'm
think
pretty
Eon-
sure they're the same. I mean, you can
Aeon.
spell. I think it's just E or AEs. I know there's different spellings, but I thought they were just the same word.
I think they are.
Is it- I think they are. I think it's just two ways
I don't
to
know.
spell the
I've
same
never
thing.
seen
I
it.
like this lady, by the way.
Okay.
Very cool. It's probably gonna be me in the future.
It's the prototype's final form.
Yeah.
God of AI networks.
You guys better make friends with me now because things are gonna change around here.
There's a certain point in every 1 to 20 Pathfinder campaign where you directly interact with God, and you kind of realize that,
Okay,
like,
because
you
I don't know
what?
who Cassandra is.
What?
Cassandra?
Cassandra is. I'll just give you like your characters would not know this because I don't even know at the moment if she's not a god yet in your timeline. Cassandra is the subject of another adventure path that was kind of concurrent, but becomes the god of artificial life, and is like is the first tech lord. And there's another Pathfinder 1E adventure path about how that happens. It's freaking Iron Gods.
Starfinder too,
When
right?
it's so bad. I think, yeah, obviously,
has
I think
to be in
surely they
Starfinder.
translated her to Starfinder.
I was about to say, is once again, in terms of parallels, this week we end an episode where we just meet someone named Cass. That was the main
no
chicken
way!
PC.
She's in Starfinder too, because that was the one. Well, I mean, I guess you guys have like Abadar Corp, so Abadar obviously is also in Starfinder. I don't know how many
A
gods.
lot of the gods, most of them translate this, and most of them are like dead or missing or done something.
I thought
weird.
most of them are dead or missing, but I don't know
Like
a lot.
We're
I
on
know,
like the
Argathoa
planet of
exists.
stranded
okay.
people.
I know very little Starfinder lore.
Yeah, Argathoa exists. Apparently, she has clubs.
It's got like the undead vampire rave nightclub.
Yeah, she has
That-
clubs.
I mean,
She has
that's
clubs.
awesome. That's
Because
that's amazing.
She's a god of excess and like enjoying life.
That makes sense. And yeah, that
Boots
fits.
and cats. And
But yeah, she's
boots and cats.
I mean, it's really surprising there aren't churches doing that.
Yeah,
right
the
now.
thing in chat,
they are.
that's the things a couple people said in chat, Hypervol and Liz, that's the one thing I know about Cassandra Lee is she's technically in Starfinder a third of a god because she merged with two other gods and became Triune, I think.
Oh.
So that's the Starfinder god is Triune. And I don't know much more beyond that. I know it's Cassandra Lee and something and something. That
Dang.
recipe makes Starfinder god.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
she's from the year 2017.
You're gonna go to the distant future of 2025.
Just, that would be awesome.
The party just appears outside the studio. Monk just having a barbecue in Brent's backyard. He's just been-
We walk in through the door.
Dude,
How meta can it get?
that's so fun though.
All right, that's gonna be it for today's adventures, everybody. Kind of a long one. I told you guys a certain point I wanted to get to because it'd be really, really awkward in the middle of an episode, and I really wanted to end on it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Check out some of our partners down below the channel. If you want to use discount code UGTShow for some discounted cool stuff. Arkin Forge, the map making software, virtual tabletop combo we use for everything. Easy roller, our new fancy dice. There's a bunch. And hey, if you're still here, give the channel a follow. We're doing, this is the timey-wimeyest thing that has, I think, happened in Strange Aeons yet, is meeting a god before they're god. Which is stretching God is omniscient, so they kind of retroactively exist forever, in theory, right?
No.
Kind of. Yeah, or your timeline's just really messed up, man.
We keep seeing Aeons. Of course
Yeah.
it's messed
We
up.
keep seeing basically people who have already met us all the time.
How many
All
normal
the
people
time.
interact with an Aeon?
But Strange Aeons, the Aeons, both the creatures, but also the time periods. Because we're not just going on a journey across Galarian, we're going on a journey across time. We'll be back next week,
I'm gonna go to Manhattan.
everybody.
Oh.
Maybe it goes to Manhattan. Maybe however far in the future it is, because nothing in space is ever static. Galaxies are
a great
rotating,
movie.
so
Reginald
Earth is
goes to
rotating to
Manhattan.
exactly where the Mysterium is. So you go far out in the future,
Wait, what's-
and you're just in San Francisco.
We need to put,
And there's David Tennant with some Converse on and a suit.
There you go.
Reggie needs a hard transition to the AAP that does take us to Earth.
Just Rain of Winter.
Yeah,
Rain of
do
Winter.
that,
Yeah,
and
you
we
show
forget
up
the
in
rest of the
Russia.
campaign.
You
and
just,
we go to Manhattan.
I just put one chapter of Rain of Winter in here.
Yeah.
Everyone knows you, but not yet. That's funny.
We'll see you next week, everybody. Until then, stay safe. Stay safe.